All right. Hey, look. All right, look. We got this going. We're going. We're live. You're all live. We're live as fast as possible.
All right. Have you got a link for us to send out?
It's the same link it was before. I fixed it.
Oh, okay. So I can just share that out?
Yes.
All right. Let me do that.
We're on. We're alive and all that crap. All right. If you're all watching this live, which you aren't, I don't think anyone's watching it live yet, but if you're watching it in the future and you're not Will, just chill for a second because we've had a major 25-minute glitch trying to get this damn thing working. I want to thank Google and the Academy for finding another reason to screw up one of their systems that was working fine just like 2 seconds ago. Okay? Like literally, we tested this 2 nights ago. Bitch worked great. And now it's like, nah, we're gonna be Google and we're gonna jack your shit today.
It's Saturday. We're tired.
And we are live. I'm just making a post here on the Facebooks.
I mean, everybody in the software industry knows you make those changes Friday afternoon and then you go home.
Exactly. I love when they do that at work.
Yeah.
And we work on Sundays, Saturdays and Sundays. It's like, thanks.
All right. So I'm gonna chill here a little bit, try to relax. And how's everyone doing?
Pretty good.
All right. Man, I'm sure like no one's in the chat now. I'm sure everyone's like, these bunch of just jokers. Jonathan's in, which is my that's it, my buddy from Brazil. That's all we got.
I have a couple friends who were gonna log in, but we were waiting on the link. So
I know. I feel awful.
Just blame it on a bunch of EWOKs don't know how to work Google Hangouts on air. It's fine.
I think rebels stole the plans. What happened?
We should eat them.
We should absolutely eat them.
All right, plans. So, all right, for everyone who is watching this in the future, my name's James. This is the Living for Crits hot mess of a attempt at live streaming. All right. And we're gonna do some Cypher System today. And as I've said in some of my conversations through the week on other social medias, okay, so someone said they aren't getting any audio, but can everyone else hear us? Who all can hear us? Terry can't hear us. I know you guys can hear us.
Sorry.
Let's see. All right, if you guys can't hear us, just say you can't hear us. I'm just going to give up on everything right now, and I'm going to start drinking. This is coffee.
Day drinking is a thing.
So I just pulled up
drinking for 3 hours.
I just pulled up the link, and I can hear you.
All right, we can all hear it. All right, so what's happening today? There is an entire day of Cypher System Star Wars going on through the day, starting out with this, the Last Blood Sacrifice on Endor, which is a child-friendly cartoon that's going to blend
is lying.
The EWOK Adventure, The Road, and at the last minute, I threw a dash when I was finishing writing it last night. I threw in a dash of Joe versus the Volcano, which is the absolute best Tom Hanks movie ever made. So if you haven't seen Joe versus the Volcano, watch Joe versus the Volcano. You'll understand a lot. Monica, Marlo here from Marlo House, can maybe speak to the rest of the day's events. Let's discuss that now before I start murdering Ewoks.
All right. So about 3 or 4 months ago, we realized that May the 4th was going to be on a Saturday, and what kind of gamer doesn't want to game on a Saturday? So all of these fine people have been up since, I don't know, hell o'clock in the morning. And we're going to game all day through. So after this game finishes, Andrew, myself, and a couple of our friends via the internet will also be running another Star Wars. It's based in the time before or right around New Hope. Then we will have an actual play in my basement with some of our live friends, and we will be playing one of the old West End games adapted to Cypher System. And that will run from about 4 to 8, and then about 8 to 9 o'clock or so, they will start the final game, which is cleanup in Sector 57, which is what it looked like on the Death Star for the contractors on Volcano Day there. At the end of New Hope.
We're gonna call it Volcano Day.
I don't know what they're calling it. It's actually the game is actually called Cleanup in Sector 57. That's going to be run by one of our friends over at Cypher Unlimited. We aren't actually running that, but you know, Volcano Day seems like a nice bookend. Like now that you've added Joe and the Volcano to this game, and they're going to blow up the Death Star in that game. So
how did someone just join our chat? Like someone tried to jump into our chat. I just
that was weird.
I had to eject somebody.
Did somebody share the wrong link? Is that not
the right link? You told me that was the link. Did I share the wrong link?
No, the link I shared was the link to go into the chat itself.
No.
Uh-oh. Yeah, where's your YouTube link?
Go unshare that. And
there you go. I just sent it to the
All right, so Paul Fields, I apologize. I ejected you from the group. Oh my gosh. No, that was the link just to come in to hear and talk.
Let's just make a character for Paul real quick.
We can do that.
Plenty of time.
You were the first Ewok, and you're dead.
So we sacrificed Paul. We sacrificed Paul.
You should give Paul like a GM intrusion or something to.
Well, I'm gonna
basically intruded in our chat. So
all right, I'm gonna have everyone GM intrusion. So here's how this game is gonna work. This is gonna be about a 2.5 hour hot mess of a game. It's gonna be brutal. And all of y'all watching, we got a bunch of people on. I see Mike Diamond. I see Chris. I see the entirety of Cypher Unlimited. I guess that's what, Anthony now, right? So Jonathan's on, Terry's on, Greg's on. All right, listen, folks, you guys are our GM Intrusion creator today, okay? So all GM Intrusions, the only GM Intrusions I can use today are going to come from anyone watching live. All right, unless everyone stops watching live because this is shit, and then if that happens, then I'll start doing GM Intrusions. But just some rules modifications for Cypher System that I need to tell you all about. Number one, there are no recovery rolls without consuming the flesh of someone who's dead. All right, so you have to consume the dead for a recovery roll.
Do they have to be dead already?
No.
Okay. So
see, that is a pertinent question.
Yeah.
Right.
Fresh, soon to be dead meat.
The meat has to be dead. So the meat has to be off of the body.
Okay.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, there's no cannibalism guide. Monty Cook hasn't written a cannibalism guide yet, but I'm sure it's coming.
Sorry, I'm getting to it.
The next thing, you're writing it?
I can.
Yeah, please do that.
You got it.
The next rule modification is all ciphers have to come from the organs of dead creatures. So there's no ciphers otherwise from that. So let's carry us away. So I don't want to get messed up with the whole Star Wars rights and all that crap. So I'm gonna play the intro, and rather than like having the music play and having someone hit us with a copyright thing, all five of us are going to sing the Star Wars song for the intro, okay? So
now are we going to start with the fanfare, or how are we going to do that?
You have to start with the fanfare.
Yes, here we go. Is everyone ready?
Yes.
Okay. All right, well, crap, it didn't. I hit it too soon. Hold on. All right. You know what? This is just the day, all right? This is just the day.
Is this the first game you've run?
Ever? Yeah, I've never run a role-playing game before. This is the first time. All right, shut up. Here we go.
Done. Oh, sorry.
Done. Oh. All
right.
I was tricked.
Dun, da, da, da. What are you doing
now sing it.
Dun, da, 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 da,
I wrote a lot. We're in trouble.
We're really
I wrote so much that we have to keep singing.
And we should actually be reading this too.
And cannibalism and stuff and all that crap. Are we reading it? Are people reading it?
I'm trying.
I'm not.
I can't read it.
Sing and read.
Well, people at home are reading it.
Well,
and you're not singing, so they aren't getting the full experience now.
Oh, Admiral.
All right.
Oh
all right.
no! I brought this on myself.
All right, so
it's like a clam bake, but different.
But not as much fun.
You know what? Terry's got some great
Noopa.
ideas. He's got for future reference kazoos. I'll read it real quick. All right, EWOK Adventure 3, Last Blood Sacrifice on Endor. Endor freezes. 3 years after the destruction of the second Death Star, the forest moon of Endor has fallen into complete ecological collapse. Much like 2019 Earth. Nothing grows, nothing thrives. The world of cuddly Ewoks is dying a slow, miserable death. Once a fun-loving, fuzzy society, the Ewoks have devolved into nightmarish pockets of civilization, barely surviving the shattered waste while relying on cannibalism. Soon their kind shall be no more. But one clan of Ewoks hopes to reverse the anguish by making one last blood sacrifice to the gods. Every year, the Ewoks of Caberwap Village have sacrificed one of their own into a giant, great volcanic maw at the heart of the Death Star crater. It has never worked. But this year, they have someone else to sacrifice. Someone important, Admiral Akbar. And with that, let's start introducing our players in the Did we introduce you guys yet or no? We haven't, have we?
No, we didn't get that far.
Well, crap. You know what? All right, let's go starting with someone whose name is not Andrew, but it's going to keep saying Andrew on the bottom of the screen because her name is not Andrew. I'll actually call her Andrew now because I'll see that because I'm pretty much just like Ron Burgundy. So, Monica, why don't you tell us who you are, what you do in the gaming community, and what character you are playing?
All right, I'm Monica Marlowe. I am the RPG Superstar winner of Paizo from 2015. I do freelance. I do my own live streaming, which you can see on Tuesdays and Friday nights. And I sometimes still have time to write freelance for different systems in the community. Today I will be playing Yub, who is a kind explorer who murders.
That's the perfect name for a murderer.
I thought so. One of your friends gave it to me, so I'm
true. Good. Only my friends would come up with that. All right, Yub. All right, Jeff, let's go over to you.
Hi, I'm Jeff Seuss. I'm a programmer. I write educational software, and I write game designs that no one will ever see. So I design games that no one plays. But I have been playing role-playing games for a couple of decades, and I've never played. Well, I've played one game of Cypher before, and I don't know much. So I'm excited to be Burpan, the doomed Ewok warrior who carries a quiver, and eat as many living things as I can.
I have probably 250 Cypher games under my belt, and I don't know what I'm doing either. So we're in good shape.
This entire bookcase back here is
you wrote that
role-playing
right?
games.
You wrote them all. You said you wrote all these games no one reads. That's all of them, right?
These are all role-playing games, but Cypher's not on that shelf. So
what?
I might have to fix that after this. We'll see.
Maybe.
See how it goes.
Maybe we'll see. Maybe whenever I play it ever again. All right. So let's go over to Mike.
All right, I'm Mike Suspaniak. I guess my last name's important. I do some freelance RPG writing. I'm a brewer. I play and run way too many games in my spare time. I'm also a partner on the GM's Table YouTube channel. Today I'll be playing, what's his name? Tarf, a vengeful adept who rides the lightning. He's going to be an interesting addition to the group.
It sounds like maybe that one picture you shared of that. Was it? Oh, that was the Ewok with the something. We'll say what it is. When the something appears, we'll find out. That was a very vague comment. I'm sorry.
Is the lightning the name of your bongo yak?
It should be.
All right, and Will, I'm gonna. So first off, Will, I wasn't gonna give out any experience points yet, but because in Cypher System and experience point lets you reroll. I'm giving Will one to start because for the best character name. So Will, who are you and what are you playing?
So I'm Will. I run and play way too many games. That's about my only real contribution to the community. I'm playing Fug Fug, a hideous Ewok warrior who hunts non-Ewoks. So he was horribly maimed in the Battle of Endor. He's like missing an ear, and there's big splotches of him where the fur won't grow back.
So he's got mange.
He's got burn-induced mange. But he's Fug Fug. You call him Fugly for short.
Well, listen, the four of you have been done the best you could for the village of, what is it, Caberwap? Yeah, Monica named it. You guys did the best you could for Caberwap Village over the last, few years, while Endor has just devolved into horror. The trees are now like there's no light gets to them. There's the rain is acidic and poisonous and toxic and radioactive. So the trees are all dead. Like the tree falls that happen, like kill hundreds of Ewoks who try living in them. It's horrible. Again, imagine the road with a little less Viggo Mortensen. It's pretty much like that. All right, the trees are falling. You haven't seen the sun in forever. And Caberwap lives at the edge of the dark, like the one whole section of the Death Star that has crashed into what was once a sea, and now there's this great mountain that is essentially a shard of the Death Star that is always on the horizon of Caberwap Village. And below that shard is this. If you were to look down into the sea, there's no longer a sea anymore. There's just like lava, and there's roiling lava because the Death Star reactor that exploded. Then, like, I don't know, kind of like gravity pulled it together, or I don't know. It went in the planet and it like cooks the planet.
It melted all the stone.
Yes, because that's what lava does. That's what lava is.
There you go.
That's melty, like cheese. There's a cheesy lava in the planet, all right? And since the Ewok kind, Ewoks are idiots. I mean, they're just fuzzy bears, right? They're absolute morons. They figure that to counteract the evil, and the Ewoks think the evil is like that radioactive magma. It's radioactive magma. To counteract that, the best thing to do is to toss their own kind into that every year. That the goodness of the Ewok hearts will stop the lava and the magma from flowing and will save the planet. So every year they do this. Now the village chief of Caberwap Village, I need a name for the chief.
Scrug.
All right. Chief Scrug, and he's got a new idea this year. So Chief Scrug had two options to this year. He came across a bit of cash. He was playing like Sabak with someone. I don't know. He got some money. Okay. He had enough money to do one of two things. He could either hire a transport to get all of the Caberwap Village off of this planet and take them somewhere safe, or he could hire like hitman bounty hunters to go get like some kind of like go kidnap someone to throw that person into the volcano, Joe versus the volcano style. All right.
So
he chose to steal somebody. And who he's got, you have in a cage right now, all like trussed up and tied up, like totally wigging out. You've got what's it called? Admiral Akbar's in there. And every 17 seconds he's like yelling out about traps. He's obsessed. So
he trapped him.
Yeah, it was a trap, so he knows it. So he's in there, and like Terry says, if this game were run in person, this should be a snack centerpiece in the form of volcano with cheesy lava dip and tortillas. Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Next year, we'll up our game.
Chicken pieces to dunk. Man, I feel like we needed to have fondue today.
So right now, you're all around this great fire. Akbar is freaking out right now because he's afraid he's going to be cooked in the fire. He has no idea what's coming to him, and that this is not his fate. His fate is coming later. But over the fire, something is roasting. What or who is roasting right now?
Can it
Wicket?
Wicket? All right, there you go. We got it.
Wicket,
So Wicket the Ewok has done enough for this world. He had failed in his last hunting mission. When he had only 2 real offerings to his entire tribe for food, and that was a young girl and a young boy that he had found in a crashed starship. There was not a lot of meat on those 2. So when
they were all hairy though.
What was that?
They were all hairy though. Well, now one of us has a nice blonde curly wig.
Who has the blonde curly wig?
Me, I guess.
All right, so yeah, so Yub, you have what was her name? Sindel, right?
I honestly tried to block that out. Is that her name?
Right.
Sindel?
I think so. Monica, take an XP point for that. Okay, you have an XP.
All right.
We're gonna dish those out like bennies, and you can spend them like luck. So I can just combine all 3 of my games together for Cypher Crawl Worlds. That won't confuse things.
So I have a Cinda helmet. That's part of her wig. That's part of my disguise kit.
So was it a wig, or did she get scalped?
Well, both. You put the scalp on it helps it stick.
Or a little top of
stickiness
skull?
of the scalp scum underneath to stick it to your fuzzy head. So you have Sindel's. I think it's Sindel. You have her scalp, all right, with hair attached, and that is what you're wearing.
Calling it a wig.
Whatever you want to call it.
My Sindel wig.
Wicket's cooking, all right. Mike Diamond says Wicket was the start of the whole problem. He led the rebellion to the shield generator. They sacrificed him in hopes of cooling the planet's rage. No, they did not sacrifice him, Mike. That's ridiculous. They're going to sacrifice Admiral Akbar.
We're having him for dinner. He fell in battle.
Okay,
it's not a sacrifice if we can eat it. That's like 2 totally separate things.
True. All right, so you're
radioactive lava.
I'm looking forward to some Wicket brisket.
So
yeah,
low and slow, man.
Chief Scrug calls upon all of you, and he's like, okay, my young Ewoks, Yub, Burpan, Tarf, and Fug. You are to take this walking squid and carry it to the top of the peak of the Shard Mountain, and from there you will just dump him over the side or some shit like that, and that should do it. That will fix the whole planet. We're good to go at that point.
Goopa Noopa. That sounds like super good logic.
We've thought this through. We've had many analysts discuss this. It's been through at least 7 Excel spreadsheets.
All right. So is Admiral Akbar tied up at least a little bit, or?
Of course not. The way the ritual works is that they typically take the Ewok who's going to be taken to the top, and the 4 who have been chosen to be the stewards and guardians of the sacrifice must pretty much must do all of the grabbing and the tying up themselves.
Well, the Ewoks are probably voluntary sacrifices, but this Akbar dude, he's going to be a problem.
This is true.
What's the sacrifice etiquette? Or is this guy? Does he just have to be alive when he goes in there, or do we have to not hurt him?
No, he has to be alive when he goes in. All right,
but he could be missing a tentacle or whatever necessary.
A leg below the knee.
Okay,
he has to be alive when he goes in. Okay. That's the only rule. In fact, Scrug, like he looks down and he gets a book and he opens it up in the front. It's just a blank cover. It just says like how to sacrifice, like
sacrifice humans
to the dark gods of
how to serve man.
All right, Terry's tossing out something I'm going to interpret as our first GM intrusion. When there's a GM intrusion, I'm going to hold up my my robot. All right, and this means it's a GM intrusion. Okay,
that's amazing.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to hold that up. All right, and for this one, I'm going to throw it at Mike because Mike's name is unpronounceable, so he gets the first one. Okay, his last name, because literally it's like 19,000 consonants in it. All right. Wow. So that's where. So Mike, you get the first one. All right, first GM intrusion. Okay. So Tarf, you have a stormtrooper helmet. All right.
Okay.
So and unfortunately, it's a bit big for you. Okay. So Terry, I'm kind of modifying what Terry said into a GM intrusion, but again, toss out intrusions and I'll kill the players with them. All right. So you have a stormtrooper helmet. You've worn it occasionally. It's a bit big for you. And as you are you're kind of like fixing it and taking a look at Admiral Akbar, the helmet kind of twists a bit, and you can't see too well, and the next thing you know, Admiral Akbar's floppy fingers come out and grab your neck, and you're being like choked by yeah. He's like, "No, I got you." So way GM intrusions work, if you haven't seen the Cypher System, folks, is I usually offer them to the characters. If they have an XP, they can pay to not have it happen. But I know Mike has no XP, so Mike is forced to take it. Mike gets an XP, gets to give one to someone else at the table. So pick somebody.
Who doesn't have any?
At this point, I think
everybody
Jeff.
but me.
Okay.
So Will has one because he has the best name.
Oh, okay.
Right, Jeff is the only one who doesn't have one.
All right, give it to Jeff.
All right.
All right.
Thank
So
you.
so Mike, you are being choked to death by Admiral Akbar. What do you want to do?
I mean, it seems like there's only one thing I can do. I'm going to blast him with lightning. Not enough to kill him.
So you're going to have a controlled lightning blast on him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So so he's grabbing your neck. I'm going to say you have to like get. First off, Admiral Akbar is a pretty tough hombre. Okay. He's like really hard to deal with. He is a level 6 dude. All right. So
slippery bastard.
Yes. So as his fingers like have suction cups on them, and he has suction cupped your fur, which can happen if as long as you're a Mon Calamari. So I'm going to say it's a difficulty 6 to get unchoked by him. Okay. So for you to roll out of this to get free without spending effort, it's going to be you need to roll an 18 unless some people are helping you with stuff. So,
yeah, I mean, I'd hope people would help me. I'd probably try and ask for help, but I can't talk because I'm being choked to death.
You're going to opt to blast him, though, which is fine. Why don't you give me a roll for lightning blasting? And since he's holding you and kind of stuck there, I'm going to say that it drops the difficulty by 1 step to a difficulty 5. Okay. And you're going to grab him and lightning him because you ride the lightning, which means that you will have the shock ability.
I was going to say it'll be 3 points of damage.
Right.
And it's a touch attack, basically.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Actually, since I'm an adept, I actually have onslaught.
Ooh, it's nice.
3 traps as lightning since I ride the lightning.
Yes.
So I'm literally just force lightninging this.
This is awesome. We have halflings. We have Ewoks, which are pretty much the halflings of Star Wars that are like lightning bolting this guy. Go for it.
All right. So what do I need to roll?
So you would need to roll a 15 or higher unless you want to spend effort. You already rolled, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's not 15 or higher, is it?
It's a 14.
Oh, earn a point of luck.
I didn't discuss the effort yet. If you would want to have spent intellect effort, I'll let you have done it. Because I'm a nice guy.
That just drops my pool, right?
That would drop your pool by, I believe, for you, since you have a point of edge, you would drop it by 2 points.
Okay. I'll do that.
Okay. You shock the crap out of him, and he loosens his grip, but you're still being choked. So you go 1 step down the damage track to because he's choking you and sucking the life out of you. Okay. So two more times like this and you're dead. You're being choked. I'm letting the whole party roll initiative. All right, everyone roll initiative, including including Tarf. Let me know what you get.
I got a 10.
I got a 2.
All right.
I'm just excited it's not a 1, which is usually my first roll.
Is that modified by anything here?
So Jeff, I think
you
you
had,
have
like,
initiative.
Yeah,
I think you have
an
something
initiative.
You can be like trained in it or something, or have a special ability for it.
So Monica, what did W get?
Do what?
What did W get for your initiative?
10.
10. Okay. And Burpan.
So I rolled a 6.
Okay, so you're trained. It's difficulty 3. So you'd be a difficulty 3 then, because it's everything's divided by 3. Don't worry, we're good. You got it.
Okay.
All right. Tarf, what would you roll?
2.
Like 2. You're sucking wind. And where's Fug at in this?
Level 2.
Level 2. Okay. All right. So you're all going after.
Surprised us.
You're all going after Akbar, and then Akbar, while he's choking Tarf, he reaches back, and someone didn't search him correctly, and he pulls out a blaster pistol. It's a small holdout blaster pistol. You don't know where he hit it. You don't want to know where he hit it. It's covered in like a slickness right now, and he points it out towards the rest of you, and he actually aims at the chief, and he fires and shoots Chief Scrugg in the head, and Chief Scrugg just collapses and dies. That was his turn.
So there's a job opening.
Yes. Yes, there is.
Oh, more food.
Your turn.
Ma foita.
Keep in mind when you want to heal, you got a body on the ground. All right, Dubber-Yub, we're going to see you get to go first. Monica, what is Dubber-Yub, the kind explorer who murders, doing?
Well, Dubber-Yub is going to take her spear and butt end through the cage to cause enough damage to perhaps shock Akbar into releasing her friend. But, you know, obviously we don't want to kill him yet because, well, that's like the whole point.
I know. Drag this guy up this hill.
Right. I'm going to go ahead and spend some might.
Okay.
Let me see if there's anything else I have here. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I have danger sense, but we'll get to that later. All right. So with one effort, I have a 16 on the die. So that will drop it to it'll drop the difficulty. So
all right. So you were hitting the weapon aside, right?
I was hitting on the non-sharp end.
Gotcha. All right. So, but were you focusing on his weapon or on him you're hoping where he's holding on to Tarf, right?
Oh, can I focus? Oh, can I like try to hit his hand? I mean, am I allowed that kind of a called shot?
You hit the hand and you knock him loose from holding on to Tarf. So he lets go of Tarf.
Okay.
He still has a blaster in his hand now. All right. So Tarf, you stumble forward. You are no longer on the damage track. Okay. So you and the only reason I would do might damage to you, but since you were being choked, I was gonna just kill you faster. But now there's less speed in the dying. Usually you have to have a whole pool depleted to go down the damage track, unless like you're drowning, getting choked, you know, stuff like that.
Cool.
Falling into volcanoes.
Falling into volcanoes definitely does it. Next up is gonna be Burpan. So Jeff, what do you want to do?
I hold aloft my cousin Woograk's spleen.
Nice.
And I have no idea what this does, but it's called a fear ray emitter. So I'm assuming I can use it to make Akbar cower in fear and surrender.
Yeah. So you hold the spleen towards him. Make a like a ranged attack roll. Okay. So you could use points from your speed pool if you want to hit him.
I would like to do that. I would like to expend effort.
To hit him typically is at level 6. He's stuck in a cage though. It's the size of a phone booth, so he can't move very much. So I'm going to drop the difficulty to hit him to a 5. All right, you roll a 15 or higher to hit him. You can spend 3 points of your speed pool minus your edge. So I think you have a point of speed edge, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can spend 2 points from your speed pool, and you would need to roll a 12 or higher.
Okay. Gonna do that and rolling. I roll a 1.
Nice.
Oh, no.
A 1 is a required GM intrusion. So you go to squirt your spleen at him.
To re-roll it. Let's not avoid that.
What can I do to re-roll it?
That XP you have, you can spend it for an automatic re-roll, and anyone at the table can also spend an XP to give you a re-roll.
I would like to do that though.
I would like to do that. I would like to fail horribly later in the game.
I was gonna have you snort that.
All right, 0 XP, and I re-roll it. All right, that's better. I roll a 15.
All right, so you spray him down with spleen juice. And he instantly he drops the blaster pistol and he covers up and he's like, oh no, traps everywhere. And he covers himself up and he's on a ball on the floor of the cage.
Awesome. How often can I use that thing?
It's done now.
Okay.
It's a one ciphers are one-use actions. If you go digging around in other people's bodies, though, you can find more ciphers. That's how you replenish them. So you got Chief Scrug there right now. He's definitely got a couple ciphers in that fat gut of his.
Yeah, he's looking tender and juicy. So Fug is going to get a bite before the rest of the tribe piles on him.
All right, are you opening him up for ciphers?
Sure.
All right, you crack that body open. We're out of combat. Go ahead and give me a roll on a D100 to see what ciphers we Chief Scrug had in his body. Okay.
30.
All right, and thou roll a D6.
1.
All right, so on table 31. All right, that's cool. All right, so the cipher you find in Scrug is a controlled blinking nodule. Okay, so it's going to be level. Let's say it's level 5, and for the next 24 hours, each time you are struck hard enough to inflict damage, you teleport to a spot desired within range.
Ooh.
On page 345, 347 of the Cypher System rulebook, and we'll say that was something he ate last week, some kind of bug, and it was still in his intestines, and you found it, and you kind of like squeezed it out like it was like that episode of Rick and Morty, and they're eating the food out of the leprechaun.
So Dub would like to grab a fillet from the former chief, for later when she needs to.
Sure, you hack off 1 recovery roll worth of meat.
Okay.
Yeah. I need to make a recovery roll now, I guess, because I got choked up.
You do not, just because you were being choked, not damaged.
So it doesn't actually take anything away from my pools, though.
Yeah, not for what he was doing. I went a little off the rails on how I was having him cause damage to you to make it a little more entertaining.
While they're going through the body, can I tie and truss up Akbar while he's afraid?
And now is the perfect time to do it. So what do you want to tie him up with? This is important.
So I figure I have ropes that are made of dried and woven intestines.
All right. Yeah, you do.
And they stink very deliciously. But to Akbar, like they smell very bad. And so I open the cage, and I while he's cowering on the ground, I tie up. Does he has like a bunch of tentacles and arms and legs and everything. I try to tie all of them all up together in a big knot.
The face, like.
All right, so you take your coils and coils of stank rope, and you just encircling him. So now he looks like an Akbarian, Mon Calamarian burrito or snake or sandworm or something. You tie him the whole way down from neck to feet. Only his flappy lips are coming out at the top. You've got one eye kind of covered, the other eye's like looking at you with rage, and he is, barring someone cutting him free, he's still under the effect of the fear. So, but that you've got him under control.
Awesome.
So, Chief Scrug is dead. The mountain awaits. What are we doing?
I mean, I'd probably take a bite of Chief Scrug myself, because
Chief Scrug's pretty delicious, I gotta say.
I mean, he's the chief. He doesn't want to eat the chief.
Everyone wants to eat the chief.
Yeah.
Well, that's I was thinking. That's to take some for later, because I don't want to spend my reroll yet.
Chief Scrug has 4 recovery rolls worth of meat on him.
Oh, sure. I'll take one of those.
So someone already took 1, so everyone wants to take a recovery roll of meat from Chief Scrug. The rest of the Ewoks just kind of stand and watch solemnly as you hack up the chief and take his meat and shove it in your Ewok pockets, your Ewockets.
I have a jerky belt pouch that I'm going to put that in. So
that's I have some old stormtrooper jerky that I've been saving for just this occasion.
Nice.
I smear Chief Scrug's blood on my stormtrooper helmet, because to honor him and his. Of
course.
So I didn't get a chance to ask before the game about some equipment.
Sure.
One of the things I was hoping to have was a one of those hover bikes, except that it breaks down too often, and right now it hovers but it doesn't go. So if I can pull it behind me with Akbar on it, or someone can pull it behind them, and it's like a wagon.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Absolutely. You have the hover bike. You have to yank this thing, and you're pulling it behind you, and that's what Akbar's strapped to.
Yes.
Can we
Excellent.
Can we make it so that Akbar's sitting up?
You want to sitting
on the bike, so we can see where he's going?
Sure, you've propped him up like a bit. I mean, he's still tied up, but his head's like at the handlebars, and he's looking up the mountain. There's a look of absolute fear, terror, and just nightmarish rage coming across his face, for as much as a squid can make those kinds of emotions with his face.
As it should be.
He's inking every 30 seconds.
Is this ink a Cypher?
I don't know. Is it?
I collect some.
All right, Mike, you start. So listen, so you guys have a maximum ciphers, I believe, right now. So
right.
I actually have one extra one, which I'll give to Jeff since he used his.
So if you want, though, his ink does do something. So you collect Mon Calamari ink. All right.
Can we just stow it on the bike for the time being?
Heck yeah. You know,
right.
There's nothing that Monty said we couldn't do that. Okay. All right.
It's our game.
That's right. All right. Listen. So there's only one kind of effect that I think that Mon Calamari ink should be able to do, and that's on page 351 of the Cypher System rulebook. Mon Calamari ink is essentially friction reducing.
Ooh.
Nice.
So it's squid lube.
Squid lube.
It's spread across an area of 10 feet squared. This makes things extremely slippery. For 1 hour, the difficulty of movement tasks in the area is increased by 3 steps. There you go. I didn't write. Someone else wrote that.
We could like lube up the edge of the volcano and push him, and he'll just like do some cartoonish.
There, it could be. So I'm gonna say at this point you have the village. Cabaret Village has bid you adieu, and you are making your trek towards the mountain, right?
Yep.
All right, you are right, and
singing our little song.
Yeah, Will.
I was gonna say, I envision all four of us, like this like macabre horse-drawn carriage, and we're singing as we go.
Yub.
Sing. I'm gonna direct this. The count of 3. We need to hear the song, okay? Because this is how it's going to work, all right?
Am I getting XP for this?
Yeah. Whoever sings gets an XP, all right? So, ready? Here you go. And a 1, and a 2, and a...
What?
We
were singing.
Yeah, I'd like to say that Tarf is like very edgelordy. He probably wears like black Ewok robes with his bloody stormtrooper helmet.
He wears leather.
He has a beautiful singing voice, though.
So Tarf essentially has spent a lot of time in like the Endor Hot Topic.
Yeah. He's been curating like a Darth Vader-y kind of look, but it's an Ewok, so it's not.
In his helmet, like My Chemical Romance is playing while he's walking up the mountain, you know.
But Yub Nub by My Chemical Romance.
Yeah. Well, Yub. Yeah. Well, yes, of course. All right. Give them XP to stop, please.
Hashtag Umbrella Academy tie-in.
Unfortunately, Jonathan can't stay on. Jonathan has to leave. His boss wants to hold a meeting. Tell your boss to watch the video.
We're gonna sacrifice the boss to the volcano.
Yes. Jonathan's boss appears in the game, is dragged in.
Jonathan, what is the first name of your boss?
Jonathan, what's the first name of your boss? Can you tell us? They'll get you in trouble because we'll put him in the game.
We'll find him.
We'll find him in the game. All right. While you are going up the mountain, though, we're gonna GM intrude you all.
No, intrude me.
We're intruding.
Okay? Oh, intrude me.
All right. So Mike Diamond tossed out GM intrusion. And we're going to use it here. So thank you, Mike Diamond. Mike Diamond, you get an XP in your next Cypher System game with whoever that is. Okay?
Whoever it is.
So that's your reward for this. All right. So as you are walking up the mountain, you forgot that there are leftover traps everywhere on this mountain from when there was the Battle of Endor. And who is in the lead?
Oh, I don't know. We're all kind of together.
Wait, who is in front?
I would have done it.
All right,
I feel like I'd be close to Akbar.
That's fine. Whoever was in the lead was not affected because, they got guts. And the rest of you, so the lead person set the trap off, and the rest of you are being affected by the trap. So I'm going to have this be a group intrusion for everyone but Will. The three of you all get an experience point, okay? But I need you all to make a speed defense roll as spears covered in like Minot guano are flying in your direction.
All right. Hey, Jim.
Yes.
I have danger sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm also trained without armor. I would like to claim both of those as appropriate skills for this to reduce the
Danger
difficulty.
sense is an ability, not a skill, right?
Well, I know, but
no, I'm saying I'm letting you do it. I'm actually working with you here.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
So since danger sense is like an ability, not a skill, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So they both get to stack.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm also trained in speed defense.
Okay, that's fine. All right. So those of you who the difficulty is a 5. So if you're trained in speed defense, it's a 4, and if you can get 2, it's a 3. So all right. Okay. So what did you roll, Monica?
I rolled a 16.
Okay. So
you on the die.
You like pull a full-on matrix and jump over the spear. Okay, you're good to go. Jeff, what did you roll?
A 5, but I am trained.
You are trained.
Well, he's trained and specialized if he's not wearing armor.
Yeah, which I'm not. But a 5 beats a difficulty 1, which means you failed. So you're being hit with a spear.
Okay.
So you literally rolled a 5, right? Not a 15. That's a difficulty 5. You rolled a 5.
I rolled a 5, but I don't know what the speed.
Oh, okay.
Defense does or anything.
So just quick basic Cypher System math here, okay? We calculate the difficulty first. So the difficulty of the spear hitting is a 5, and then it drops it to a 3 because you are specialized in speed defense, right?
Okay.
And whatever the difficulty is, you multiply by 3. That's what you have to roll over. Okay.
Gotcha.
So you need to roll a 9 or higher, which you didn't. So you are being struck by a poop covered spear. Mike, what did you roll?
I rolled a 14.
Okay.
So I think I'm good.
So you're fine. Yeah. So Jeff,
now I have XP. Is that I can use that to reroll? If you
want to spend an XP to reroll it, you can.
All right, I'm gonna do that because poop is not what I want inside me. I rolled a 16 that time.
You made it. You all dodged it. Good job.
Hey, James, since you gave each of us XP for an intrusion, are we handing out a second XP or no?
Group intrusions don't work that way. So
okay, I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
So I'll give them to each other. And
all right. Yeah. So, and then since I didn't give an intrusion to Will because of that, I'm going to use Chris's GM intrusion here on Will, which not only are there leftover traps, but there are leftover pieces of equipment from the Empire. And, oh, shit, a rogue EWOK has managed to get an ATRT.
Oh, I want that ATRT.
Yeah.
RT or ST? Is there a difference?
Yeah.
Which one's the ATRT?
It's like it's slightly larger than person-sized.
Yeah.
I don't think it ever appeared in a movie, but it's been in some shows.
I've already said it. Heckford Intrusion. It's an encounter. You guys are walking up the mountain, and a freaking ATRT with like a crazed cannibalistic EWOK shows up, just comes through the forest and attacks you all. Roll initiative.
Yub, chub, nub.
There it is.
Sort of like a rideable.
Yeah. Single man unit. We're gonna say this sucker is. I'm just building it real quick here. All right. Here we go. I got it. It's built. Love the Cypher System.
We're rolling initiative.
Never roll initiative against this crazy like droid EWOK combo thing.
So I just want to tell you, I'm rolling Andrew's dice, and I've rolled another 16, so I'm okay with that.
I'm changing dice right now.
Everyone go get Andrew's dice.
I couldn't find my dice, and his were sitting right here. So if I'd been rolling my dice, I'd have rolled 4 ones by now.
All right, Chris, since you tossed in this scene, all right, you get an free XP in your next Cypher System game with whoever you play with, all right? Just let them know that. And if you don't play the Cypher System, you get either extra bennies or luck. Pick the game that I play. If you play D&D 5th edition, your character dies, though, so I don't look at that. I'm sorry. All right. So, W, what's your initiative roll?
I am 16, but I also have improved initiative.
Gotcha. You're going ahead of this guy. Burpan, what do you want?
I have a 7.
Okay, so you're going. There we go. All right, so you're there. All right, Tarf.
13.
13. And Fug.
Rolled a level 3.
All right. So order is going to be W-Ub's going to go first, then this thing, and then Tarf, Fug, and Burpan. All right. So W-Ub, you get to go first. So you see the Ewok on top of this thing. You know why he's crazy. His Ewok's head, he's like, his head's going back and forth, and you see that there are like fungus tendrils coming out of his scalp, out of his ears, and out of his nose. His mind has been taken over by this living or like fungus. That's the only thing that thrives on Endor now is this radioactive, mind-controlling zombie fungus. And the fungus is riding the Ewok, who's riding the ATRT. That's how that's happening.
Okay, so W-Ub is a kind Ewok, and she understands that her fellow Ewok is suffering greatly. So she puts her level 2 blade poison on the end of her spear before she climbs the ATRT to put this poor thing out of its misery.
What kind of poison is it?
It's a level 2 blade poison. It was part of the murders.
Blade poison. I think it was blame poison.
Blade.
Stab someone and they are immediately responsible for their own death.
All right, so you cover your spear with poison and you leap into action. Now this thing, are you gonna stab it like by hand, or are you gonna like throw?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to be able to get up there.
No,
I don't think.
Yeah. You can spend your action to climbing up to get to it,
or I can try throwing it,
or you can chuck it. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and throw then.
Okay.
Is that still might?
It still might, but because he has some cover, to hit him is harder. So he dealing with the whole thing itself. The ATRT is a level 5 thing. The Ewok itself is only a level 3. So I'm going to make your roll against a level 5 attack because you're essentially trying to hit him from behind the device.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I have he is not acted, correct?
He is not acted yet. Okay. No.
So I because I'm a kind murderer, I get surprise attack. Which means that
how does that work? He just sees you. You look so like happy.
It's a preemptive thing. Yeah, he is unaware that I mean.
Is that because of kind?
Him. I just realized I forgot to put stealth and disguise on my sheet. Yeah, so if you attack from a hidden vantage with surprise or before the opponent has attacked, the difficulty of your attack is reduced by 1, and on a successful hit, you inflict 2 additional points of damage. So what was the original difficulty?
The difficulty for hitting him is a 5, so now it's a 4.
Okay, and then I'm going to reduce it so it'll be a 3.
Okay, you need a 9 or higher.
All right, I need a 9 or higher, and it's poisoned. And okay, I have rolled an 11.
All right, so you hit him with the spear. How much?
And that'll do 4, 5, 6. 11 points of damage.
Oh my gosh. If he wasn't so bolstered by the fact that he has this thing living in his head, he would be dead. He's very close to being dead. You have impaled him with the spear. It's gone in one side of his fuzzy little body and out the other side of his body. And he is kind of screaming and moaning, but his voice doesn't sound normal. It sounds like he's possessed. It's kind of like, not like the fun-loving, you know. So he's moaning, and his arms go limp a bit, but then you see like tendrils come out of his fingernails, and they grab the controls. So he's still up, and his body is now just being used kind of like a joystick for a game controller.
So
and
the Ewok is dead.
No, the Ewok,
whatever, wearing it as an Edgar suit.
Basically. So he's really a zombie.
Take an XP for mentioning Men in Black, which is like one of the best sci-fi movies of 1997, if not the best.
It is. What is the best? I love that movie.
No, I don't. Wasn't one of the Star Wars prequels released that year? Too? Not prequels. It was a Star Wars re-release was that year, I think.
Yes, it was.
So that was still
Any
covered.
other movie that released the same year as a Star Wars prequel was a better movie.
Oh,
Ouch.
That's harsh. Episode 1 was a good time.
No.
Better than
it
episode
had the best. It did have the best fight scene.
It did.
The Duel of the Fates is by far one of the best fight scenes in any movie ever. But the rest of the movie, you can just like fast forward through, except for maybe.
She mentioned fast forwarding. She kicked herself out of getting an XP. She also guaranteed that she's getting shot here by this thing.
Misa no Laika.
All right, listen, so it turns, since you threw the spear, Monica, that's more the reason. The possessed zombie Ewok riding an ATRT provided to us by Chris points the blaster at you and fires away. It is a difficulty 5 attempt. I'm sorry, difficulty 4 to dodge this. It is not the most stable platform. Fungus is a hard time shooting.
All right. Well, this is going to be tough because I've already spent my my effort this round, so I'm only going to be able to use.
No, it's a new action. You can spend it again.
Yeah, go ahead, spend it.
Oh, it's not per round. Oh, okay.
Yeah. If it is, who cares? Don't worry about it.
All right. Well, then I'm going to go ahead. And, I'm going to go ahead and spend anyway. So it's reduced by 2. What was your difficulty?
4. Roll a 6 or higher.
A 6 or higher. Okay, I rolled a 10.
All right. So you like tumble out of the way, and there's explosions in the dirt as the ground is blasted from behind you, but you dodge it, and we're gonna go down to Tarf.
Tarf. That's what he says, I guess. Now he's like a Pokemon.
Tarf.
So
Someone mentioned earlier thinking Barf from Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Tarf.
So I'm going to I mean, I hate to be a one-trick pony here, but Tarf really likes his lightning. But I'm going to target the ATRT because specifically one of the Ride the Lightning abilities is, because it has like a minor effect suggestion and major effect. The minor effect shuts down androids, robots, and other automatons for 1 round.
Okay. So since that's if you roll a 19 or 20, do you want to spend effort to have I'll let you trade F or effect. If you want to spend 3 points of your impact pool, I'll let you aim for shutting this thing down on your attack instead of attacking for damage.
Cool, that works.
All right, so as long as you make your attack roll, I will say you do it.
Okay.
Why are you growling, Ridley? My dog just growled. Ridley, what's up with you?
Oh, good. That's a pretty good roll. I don't know what I was aiming for, but I rolled a 17.
All right, so you got it. You blasted the ATRT and you aim for its like power converters.
Sure.
Or something.
Yeah.
And like it overcharges and like you and like badunk. And the I keep wanting to say halfling. So
we know what you mean.
Basically halflings from Dark Sun, right?
The Ewok tumbles off.
No.
It doesn't look finished. It's still starting to pulse a bit now, and you see that its eyes like both poke out of its head. It's all of its nails have come off, and the whatever was inside is coming out more. It's going to be Fug's turn.
Fug is going to rush forward and poke it with his pointy stick.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to spend 1 point of effort for 1 point of might for thrust, 3 points of might for extra damage.
Nice.
Ooh. 17. That'll hit a level 6.
Level 6 hits.
And that'll do 4, 7, 8 points of damage.
I have finished it off here. I think you did. Yes. You stab through, hitting the heart of the Ewok without the blood pumping through this zombie's veins. The mold and fungus on the inside does not continue to thrive, and the whole thing dies.
No. I don't think we want to keep that.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. I'm not sure that this is actually
carve this thing open and go to town.
Well, yeah, because we need some more ciphers, I'm sure.
Yeah. So
and more meat.
You have a dead Ewok here.
Yeah, we don't eat this meat because it's infected.
This is tainted.
If you cook the fungus, is it edible?
I don't know.
Who cooks their food? Come on.
Right.
Oh, wait.
Right.
So this body is there.
Never mind. We've cooked it already.
Wicked on a picket. I mean,
this body is there. What are you doing?
Well, we opened it up carefully. I reclaim my spirit.
Who opened it up? Stop saying we. I want to know who's doing this.
I'll do it.
Well, when I pull out my spear,
Oh,
I
okay,
open it up.
So Mike and Andrew, who's doing it?
Well, you pulled out the.
I knew I'd call you Andrew. Mike and
That's
Monica.
fine.
No, you pull
I
out the
pull out
spear,
the
so you can
spear.
just be like whack and like rip them open a little bit.
Yeah. So
makes
when
sense.
I pull out the spear, I kind of do it with like a slice to open up.
All right. So Monica, I'm gonna GM Intrusion you.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. I will give my additional one. I think poor Jeff is.
Do you remember
through
this?
his.
Do you remember the scene in Alien where the egg opens up and it's just like the thing jumps on the person's face?
Uh-huh.
It happens to you.
All right.
So no roll. The whole mold blasts out of the pod. The rest of the party sees as W collapses with the mold on their head.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna stab it with my spear.
All right,
Stab my head with a spear.
All right,
I'm gonna stab the fungus before it can get down your throat.
Make your roll. Free hugs. Oh, Paul's watching. Paul Fields, I am so sorry that I kicked you out of the chat. You were given the wrong link. And yeah, you came up and it says I don't know you. Just some dude appears in the thing. I'm like, who's that? No, gone. So sorry. But yes, free hugs. That's the ultimate free hugs. So what did you roll in your attack roll?
I rolled a level 3 to try to get that thing before it goes down her throat.
All right, so you attack it. I'm going to say that a difficulty 3 that you hit it because it's kind of just laying there. On the flip side, I'm also going to say some of that stabbing affects W. So how much damage did you do?
4.
All right, so you successfully knock this mold pile off of W's face, but you also do 4 points of might damage to W.
Okay.
So you're gasping for breath, Monica, but you have a major cut down like your cheek, down the side, pretty much like I don't know,
a cool scar that it's going to be in a few months.
Yeah, it'll be an awesome scar. You look a lot like what's his name? Not Darth dumbass. What's his name?
Kylo.
Kylo Ren. There you go.
Matt, the radar tech.
Matt at the radar tech. My name's Matt. I'm a radar technician.
I want my muffin, Matt.
I haven't had my muffin yet, Matt.
All right. Well, I was thinking I was going to need to take a recovery roll, and now I really am going to need to take a recovery roll. But thank you for saving me from a certain death.
We're out of combat here. Nothing is. So you have you've. Is someone still digging in this guy's entrails looking for something?
Well, I opened it up.
No.
Good idea.
Fugfug is going to try to
Vader. Terry, absolutely emo Vader.
Fugfug is going to try to restart the ATRT, having no idea what he's doing, but Ewoks seem to be preternaturally.
Do you have any tools?
I've got a spear.
Okay, so with a
I have power cells.
It's got a little bit of W blood on the end of it. That ought to count for something.
With
that
power,
just adds
are
to
you
the
Tarf's power cells? I will say it's a difficulty 6.
Oh, well, so what it says in the book is it comes with my Ride the Lightning thing for some reason, but
right.
I have a 75% chance of having the right kind of power cells I need for anything that requires power cells.
I'm going to just say you have them, okay? Because that's cool, but it's still a difficulty 6 for him to fix this thing with a spear.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, he's trying to fix it with a spear.
It's a very large screwdriver.
Yeah.
It's the appropriate tool. It's just inappropriately sized.
Difficulty 6.
I just think of the combing the desert scene from Spaceballs. He's this giant screwdriver.
All right, I'm gonna spend some intellect effort.
I didn't realize we were using that
What, intellect effort?
intellect. I mean,
That's all I use.
I figure there's going to be very few opportunities for me to actually use it, so I might as well.
that's probably true.
So I only got a level 5.
Is there anything people can do to help?
I was like, can I
Yes,
assist?
we can attempt to assist.
Like, can I just help extra
Start with
hands
my
to give leverage?
Sure. All right. The rest of you assist as you get this thing kind of operational. It's teetering, but it's up. Who's driving it?
Oh, me. I claim that thing.
Absolutely.
I was gonna say, can we tie the other speeder to it so we can all ride behind Akbar?
Yes, you can. yes, you can. All right, look at that. Terry is saying it's song time. So everyone, with the Ewok, with the ATRT dragging this thing behind, we need a Ewok song of celebration. So
is there room for a passenger on top of the thing with the driver?
Sure. No, there's not. No.
So I can't ride shotgun with my bow and arrow.
Well, but we're half size.
Yeah.
This thing was made for a stormtrooper. Just saying.
You have to sit on his shoulders, though. Like, you're gonna put on a trench coat so no one knows.
Yeah, we're just two Ewoks in a raincoat. Nothing to see here.
All right, quick. We need the song of celebration. Who's singing?
We all are.
All right, start singing.
Lub, lub, dub, 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 dub. And I'm keeping the beat. I'm keeping the beat with the blaster.
All right, we're good. Enough singing. Enough. All right. So I have so first I want to thanks for the GMIs that have provided what's happened so far. But the next set of the adventure is actually set up like a hex crawl. So I would like one of the players to roll a die for what the next scene is going to be. There are multiple scenes on a list. I need someone to roll a D7.
What? There is no D7.
I have my
Oh, isn't there? Hi, this is a Dungeon Crawl Classics YouTube channel, okay? There's always a D7.
I rolled a 1.
Here we go.
Do you guys really use D7s?
Yeah.
D3, D4, D5, D6, D7, D8, D10, D12, D14, D16, D20, D24, D30.
Wow, that sounds...
It looks like something melted in a fire.
It's the most glorious thing on the planet.
It is. It really is incredible.
It's amazing.
I definitely couldn't get to mine quickly enough, but I got mine handy.
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
You rolled 1. So, all right, you are moving me up the mountain, all right? And so the way that not to keep using fingernail expressions, but the way the mountain works is kind of like a fingernail, okay? So I'm using my middle finger for this.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
If this is the mountain, okay, and the part down here is like the foresty part, the nail is like the actual metal coming out of the ground. You are still at the edge of the dying forest. There are teetering trees. There are dark winds blowing. There's a cool kind of like uncomfortable rain hitting your fur. And as you are kind of getting ready to crest the point where you'll start going over onto the mountainside, the metal part of the Death Star fragment, a trio of your fellow Ewok kind approach you, and they are all holding these bloody sacks, and they kind of like, with this weird look on their face, they just look at you. They don't approach, and the lead just like, yub nub. Yub nub.
Are Ewoks that are not fungally infested normally friendly to each other in this post-apocalyptic version of Endor, or no?
Did you see the road?
Are you kidding me?
Are they from our village?
You don't know.
Well, then I'll open fire with the ATRT.
I was going to try to scare them away, but that works.
Actually, Double Yub would like to exit the ride and use stealth to sneak into the underbrush to see if there are other Ewoks.
Make your stealth roll. So who's firing?
Fug.
When you fire, they drop their meat bags and they're like, no, we friends. All
right, I got a 15 plus the trained in stealth.
You are hidden in the forest and you're searching and you don't see anybody else in the forest.
Okay.
The lead Ewok is like, friends, not food.
All right, Nemo.
I'm just standing there trying to look scary, which is something for Ewok.
We have trade. You want to trade?
How about you just run?
Okay. They turn around. They run.
A couple shots over their head. Hey, let's see what they dropped.
So they leave their sacks.
To answer your question, you can use the blink now whenever you want, and it works for 24 hours. Suggestion, given this adventure is not a very long adventure, just turn the sucker on now.
I'm turning it on.
You have that's 24 hours or longer, just go ahead and activate.
Okay, cool.
What's the dog doing? Reggie, come here.
I'm going to go to one of these sacks of meat and look inside.
Oh.
Okay. Inside the sack of meat, you see that there are bloody bits of stormtrooper armor.
You can get a full set.
How poorly do these fit us?
Do you want to take it out and start like putting it on?
We would need like child size
Just can I put on just the like a breastplate and not try to wear all the other parts?
Sure, you can. There's enough scrap armor in here that 2 of you could have like light armor, like it would absorb 1 point of damage.
Now, keep in mind, Jeff, that one of your abilities is it only works if you're not wearing armor.
That's fair. I'm going to avoid it and let someone else take it.
Yeah, I'm also trained without armor, so I don't need any.
I get +1 armor from one of my abilities already, so
hey, it looks like it's all me. I'm gonna strap.
You would get +2 because it would stack as long as it's not actually.
Bug, do you want to go for the full suit then and have 2 points of armor?
Yes.
All right, dude. You strap all this stuff on. Some of it has to be like bolted to your like strapped to your body with like stank rope, which is a thing.
I'm
now.
helping him put it on.
Yeah, with the stank rope. Yeah. All right, you have 2 points of armor, but on the flip side, you look like a stormtrooper, so you're a target.
He's a 3-foot stormtrooper.
I'm short for a stormtrooper. That's it. Yeah. Huh?
I have a quick question, James.
Yes, sir.
I meant to ask this before, and it just didn't come up.
Ask away.
The 24-hour Cypher thing. One of the Cypher things that I rolled was time dilation.
Yes.
That was one I had a hard time trapping to an organ.
It's going to be a kidney.
Sure. Well, I'm going to activate that because it's a 24-hour thing.
All right, so what's it do?
For the next 24 hours, when the user makes a melee attack, she moves at almost instantaneous speed, modifying all attacks by 2 steps in their favor.
There you go. You have a time dilation kidney.
So it's more like it's just like crack.
You're moving in matrix speed
all
the time.
I have force powers, so maybe it enhances my natural. Maybe it was a force user's kidney.
Maybe it was a kidney.
I like it.
It was a kidney from the Matrix. It's Morpheus's kidney.
Activating it was eating it.
You're moving at the speed of lightning. It's enhancing your it enhances your focus.
Well, you don't eat it. You have to snort it into you turn it into like a paste.
That works.
Snort. You know how hard it is to snort a kidney?
It's dry. You grind it up.
Yeah.
It's very, very wet.
Nothing's dry in this world.
It's
it's real moist.
It's like snorting ketchup.
So I've got like a mustache, but it's a kidney mustache.
How hard is snorting ketchup? Have you done that?
I have not. I imagine it's pretty tough.
That would be uncomfortable.
I imagine it stings.
He tries it right now.
Well, 2 XP to anyone who snorts ketchup. Greg Schwarzkopf says, and then you need dialysis. That's right. Okay. All right. On that note, you have scared off the Ewoks. You continue your path. We need the next event to appear. I need someone else to roll a D7.
I got one. All right.
We got to get Marlowe House D7s.
Yeah, I'm gonna need
7.
A 7. Okay.
Ooh.
I just rolled a D24 on the floor somewhere.
So you guys make
Those
your
things don't ever stop rolling.
You guys make your way up on to the edge of the where the mountain meets the metal. Okay. And as you're making your way up that path, there appears to be teetering on the edge. So I'll draw this here. We're going to go real crazy on the map skills here, okay?
Oh, yeah.
I can hardly wait.
Here we go with the lava.
Who needs a virtual tabletop?
Who needs a virtual tabletop? Okay. So here's how this works, all right?
Ooh, nice.
All right, I'm going to just focus on me. So this is the forest, and this is the shard of the Death Star. Okay.
Nice.
And that's where you're supposed to go. It says go here in my handwriting.
The actual map we have.
Out of the ninth, out of the Rise of the Jedi.
It's like scratched into a piece of bark.
Yeah. And there's the lava below. Okay. All right. So you see where this kind of juts out of the ground?
Mm-hmm.
All right. At like the edge, like almost like shoved into the ground like a lawn dart. There appears to be, and for all you kids who don't know what lawn darts are, those are the best toys of the 80s, and they were very safe.
Very
Yeah.
safe.
If you were on the throwing end.
Those in the slip and slides.
Throw straight up.
Lawn darts plus slip and slides at the same time would be a great time.
Yeah.
Okay. At the edge, right where there's the metal meets the road, there's a craft that has struck the ground. It doesn't look to be in too poor of a condition. It's off the trail, so you're gonna have to go off of the path you've been taking and kind of investigate it. But it appears to be some kind of like large fighter or small transport that looks like this.
Ooh.
That's no moon.
So get an XP for someone who can name what this came from.
Your laptop. I don't know.
That doesn't count. What Star Wars thing is this from?
I don't know. Bouncing it.
Well, that's to help you see it. And now it's see. Look, ready?
I get.
I have no idea.
Okay, then don't worry about it.
Oh, all right.
Good. I'm going to investigate.
It's from Dark Forces. It's Kyle Katarn's. It's Kyle Katarn's spaceship from Dark Forces.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I played that game a lot when I was like 7.
Man, now I feel old.
I feel old.
I was playing Atari at 7.
Now I feel young. Okay, I'm just kidding.
You're welcome.
I turned 40 in a week, so it's all right. I'm kidding.
Oof.
I just didn't have an Atari, so I had Intellivision.
Ooh.
Wow.
It was wood paneled. It was a wood paneled gaming system.
Nice. Wow, that's a class there.
Dark Forces came out in 95. I was 7 in 95.
I was 16.
You guessed me.
I had graduated college, guys, so now can we?
All right. On that note, you have a spaceship that's crashed.
Woo!
Well, we're going to need that.
Oh, man, is Kyle Katarn inside? I want to eat him.
Can we sacrifice him too? Like for
I don't know. Do you want to? So the spaceship. There's steam coming off the spaceship.
I definitely
crashed recently.
Yep.
Lovely.
You have some viewers still.
Do we know if this?
Remember, viewers, I'm going to remind you again. You guys generate the GM Intrusions. So when you have one, let us know. That's going to happen.
Is it likely that this crashed as a result of whatever operation we happened to steal Admiral Akbar from his people?
It's very possible.
Yub nub. Let's go see what's up.
Yep.
So as you all approach, you notice that there is steam coming off the craft. It is a recent crash. It is stuck nose first in the ground. It's at a 45-degree angle, and with the wind, it's like teetering a bit. There's a lot of strain at the front of the ship from where it looks like, I mean, that's supporting the rest of the weight of the craft.
I'm gonna use my Overwatch ability with I got a bow drawn. If anything comes out of that ship, I'm immediately shooting.
Okay. Fair. Inside, you see that there is a figure inside moving about frantically.
All right. I'd like to sneak in.
Sneak into the craft?
Sure. Is there an easy access?
So there is a, not that you see, you can't see any kind of access point from the side of the craft, just the glass.
All right. So
you want to go in that? How about you do this? Why don't you give me an intellect roll for perception?
Okay.
And see if you can see if there's anywhere other way in.
Okay. Holy crap, this die is on fire. And it's a 16 again.
Wow. Okay. Yes. You easily notice that the access point appears to be, there's hinges on the glass that would probably you could go in like a traditional cockpit that opens up.
All right. Upon opening that, will the person who's inside, will they be able to, are they going to be in like line of sight?
If you open that, I mean, it's going to be opening above the person's head.
Okay. All right. So what I'd like to do is drop in on them.
So you're going to climb
up.
up.
So climb up around the back. Does anyone else want to come in?
I probably
through the top
way too. I don't know if I drop in, but
Whoever is climbing up the craft, give me a roll for climbing, please.
All right, I'm trained in climbing.
I have climbing tools, actually.
That will
Really
works as an asset.
Okay.
So unfortunately, does Overwatch the next viable target? Does that mean I have to shoot the person that comes out, even if they're one of my friends here?
No. A viable target means something. So if they open the hatch,
it's only an enemy.
You'll get a shot on whoever they open the hatch on if you want to shoot that person.
Okay.
All right. I rolled a 14 with trained in climbing, and I'm assuming that Mike is going to let us use his climbing gear, and he's going to.
Sure. You ascend to the back of the ship, so like you are like above one of these things. This is like the angle where it's at. You're like up here on the edge of the wing to the.
Oh, so this is a single. This is like a single fighter jet. Fighter. There's like no like internal area.
It's a light transport. There is room inside for like 3 or 4 people, but they would sit like in a kind of like the same room you'd have in the Millennium Falcon cockpit only. Imagine just the cockpit area. Like there's no storage behind it. It's like a courier
car.
It's a minivan. Yeah, the HWK-290 is the minivan of the Star Wars universe.
Got it.
It's essentially a Kia Sedona.
Instead of climbing, I'm just going to force jump up on top of it.
Oh, nice.
Because I have the far step ability, which...
Right, so you force jump up. So while you're all surrounding it, a bearded figure on the inside like slaps his hand against the glass, kind of like he's Rose from Titanic, and like the other hand is like this, like kind of like this, like cowering.
Hey,
it's very steamy inside. It looks like there's a lot of condensation, and it doesn't look. Actually, who's on top of it?
I am.
It feels very warm. Like you're up there and you are feeling heat for the first time in a long time.
I just lie on it like,
it feels good. In fact, putting your body right on it is awesome. I need you to make a might defense roll, please.
Oh, I rolled a 20.
Wow. All right. You know what, dude? We're gonna do for you, man. So
I don't know if this is good or bad.
No, this is great.
20's good.
Yeah. So we're gonna say this. We're gonna say since you like threw your body on top of this thing, I think that the radiation that's on the inside is gonna mutate the crap out of you. Okay.
This is a good thing.
So you get some kind of mutation. All right.
Dark side mutant Ewok. Perfect.
Yeah. Let's see. Where is there a mutant? Are there mutants in here?
Yeah, there's a list of it. It might be a Numenera though.
But I can't. My Numenera is like stuck in the box.
Hold on a second. I know where my
grab the Numenera book.
I will.
Grab MCC from behind you.
You're right. Never mind. I got this fixed. Okay, we got this. All right. Don't worry about it. All right. So, all right. So roll a Mike. Go ahead and roll a D100.
I thought you were going to say a D7 again. I was going to lose it.
So we're really off the rails here. I have the Mutant Crawl Classics book out now.
72.
All right, 72. All right, you have that one sucks. Roll again.
Okay.
That's not fun.
89.
That's better. All right, so you get the taller mutation.
So you grow, you lay there, and you expand.
Yeah. Now listen. I want you to. We're gonna blend some Cypher and some Mutant Crawl Classic rules together here, okay, dude? So you can spend points from your. You're gonna roll a D20, and you want to get as high as possible. And I'll let you spend points from your might pool to add to this roll, okay? As many points as you want. How many points do you want to spend? You can always heal them back.
5.
All right, roll a D20 plus 5 plus your tier times 3.
Oh my god.
That's a D20 plus 8. Roll that.
All right, that's an 18.
Okay, you are now 3 feet taller than the average member of your genotype and species.
So you're a 6-foot Ewok.
You are now a 6-foot Ewok.
Now you're a Wookiee.
But his fursuit stayed the same size.
You gain a point of might edge. Okay.
Cool.
There we go. That's what happens.
That's fantastic. So I become a giant Ewok.
You were a giant Ewok.
Tarf is a Wookiee now.
The dark side makes me strong. That's what he thinks it is.
Gundam.
Oh crap! You know what? That's a good point. Terry's got it. So GM Intrusion on you, man. You taking it?
It's even more.
You want it? You want to spend an XP to not get it?
Take it.
I think I'll take it.
All right, you get 1 XP. Give another one, and one of your fellow party members.
Hold on. I have an idea for this. I will give it to our good friend Andrew.
Okay, thank you. I'll let him know.
I think we should definitely give it to Andrew. Is Andrew playing this afternoon?
Yes, he is.
You should tell Andrew he gets an extra.
He's running both games. He's
crap. Okay. I'm going with Terry said. The helmet stays the same size. And here's the thing. You're 6 feet taller, but you're also to scale. So an Ewok who's 6 feet tall to scale is imagine like a giant baby, how messed up that looks. The helmet is like getting stuck to your head and constricting your skull. So you can't get this thing off. So as long as it's on your head, the difficulty of doing anything requiring like vision is 1 step harder for you.
Excellent.
Hey, hold still. I can try to shoot it off.
That worked so well before.
Yeah.
You can try it. All right. So anyway, you're on top of this thing. You have a mutated Tarf, and this guy is on the inside steaming it up like he is Kate Winslet. What are we doing?
Try to open the
Monica, do you want to like open it through force, or do you want to open it through some kind of mechanical means?
I want to try to is it possible to release it?
You're
Does
going
it
to
look
search for a release on the outside?
Yeah.
Give me an intellect roll for like technology, mechanics, something like that.
Okay,
So-
I have none of that shit. So
Yeah, you don't.
5.
5. All right. So you search around and you don't know how to open this. You're a friggin' Ewok.
So Fug is going to stay firmly mounted on Meki. That's what he's named his ATR team.
I like it.
Keeping an eye on them, but also keeping an eye on Squidward so that he doesn't run off into the jungle.
Yeah, I'm also standing over there. You know, I haven't really left the side of the speeder.
Right, your arm. So you're.
I'm just like this.
So essentially, you're standing around doing nothing. All right.
That's
So,
about right.
how much time do you want to spend doing this? Because he can't get out, and you guys aren't really attempting to open it up. You see his skin is starting to. You see his skin is starting to blister. Actually, now.
Oh, he's gonna cook himself. It's fine.
Oh, it's like lunch is ready.
Let's put Admiral Akbar in the.
He's trying to. He's got He's suffering from radiation poisoning.
If you guys are telling me you're allowed just sitting there and cook, that's fine. That's your action.
Well, we can't open the door, but
yeah, I think we continue. I think we continue.
Can you bash it open?
Bringing Squidman to the.
You gotta leave him?
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to leave him because
I think so.
We're
We
gonna
have
be
a job to do.
Sorry, bro.
But Yub looks very kindly at the man and sheds a single tear and waves goodbye.
One of those, a nice like pat on the windshield.
Yeah, you put your hand against his hand, and you're just like.
Spock and Kirk.
Oh my god!
Share a moment.
All right, so you guys assemble back onto Meki or whatever, and you go back up to dragging this poor Mon Calamari up the giant toenail that's sticking out of the ground, the giant black toenail, and you leave Kyle Katarn to his death as he is irradiated and cooked slowly over the next hour by radiation.
But does he get 3 feet taller?
I don't know. Let's see. Someone roll another D100. Let's see what happens to Kyle Katarn. Everyone wants to know.
97.
Maybe he mutates enough to bust out of there.
Oh crap! Kyle, 97. That's gonna be a mega mutation, sir.
Oh no!
No, it's not.
We're to fight like Kaiju Katarn.
No, it's not. No, it's not. He just gets wings.
Oh.
I can fly. Oh wait.
Oh wait.
Oh, I just thought of something. Can I not?
he's basically a chicken in a pressure cooker.
We'll
Oh,
come
we
back
need
to him later.
We need to go back then.
Instapot chicken. Come on.
So can I not eat now because of my helmet?
Right.
No, you're right. You can't eat until you get the helmet off your head.
See, we
It's
have
fine.
Calamari ink to get that helmet off.
That is true. If you
That's
use
true.
the Mon-Cal ink, you can get the helmet off of them.
We don't have time for that. We can do
You
that
might as
later.
well use your cipher. You might as well use your ciphers.
I can do it as I walk. I'll squirt it up there and then.
All right, as soon as you do it, like it's as if it was like just under pressure, it pops off into the air.
It kills a passing bird.
Who hasn't been GM
The last
Intrusion?
bird on the
You know,
planet.
Will wasn't GM Intrusion. GM Intrusion.
Absolutely.
The helmet fires off into the air about 200 feet, and then it comes down on top of you. Make a speed defense roll.
Oh no.
Difficulty 5.
Difficulty 5. I got nothing to help with that.
Roll
I
15.
totally fail it.
All right,
We
you
have 2
take 3 points of might damage, but you also get an XP and give an XP to somebody else.
I'm going to give the XP to Jeff,
Nice.
but that sudden attack startled me. I'm going to turn around and just lay waste with the gun on the ATRT. Pum, 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 pum.
Wait, who are you laying waste to?
It's just a semicircle.
Just a semicircle of shooting.
Something attacked me, and
Luckily, we're all behind him.
Yeah, Greg said like Red Bull. It gives you wings. Radiation gives you wings.
Who knew?
Who knew? I knew. Oh my gosh. All right.
I eat my scrug meat now. How does that work?
Yes, you can make whoever wants to make a recovery roll, go ahead and eat some meat. So recovery roll, you get you would use your instant recovery roll. Your next one will be a 10-minute recovery roll. So it gives you a D6 plus 1 of a stat pullback.
Okay. Can you?
you can divide that among your stat pools.
Sure.
Okay, sweet.
Why not? You can. But
It gives me
You
back
can,
what?
you can. What? Huh?
If I do recovery roll and then I'd roll a D6.
No, it's a
Can I get that
D6
many?
plus 1 is your points. Yeah.
Sweet.
So 6. So I get to
That was good for me.
fill up what I've got. That's good.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do one as well.
Yeah, my
So while
mic was
we're doing the recovery rolling, Monica, do you want to tell everyone what the next? And we have another like 45 minutes to an hour reviewing here, but do you want to tell everyone what's up next?
So the next game is going to be there was a West End Star Wars game written by oh shoot, his name just totally flew my mind. Bill Slavichek. Yeah, Bill Slavichek wrote a it's called like Bounty Hunt for I wish I could remember.
Hunt for Bounty.
No,
It's
let
about
me.
paper towels and trying to get a paper towel.
No,
picker-upper.
no. Hold on a second. You caught me off guard.
I just figured you were ready to like knock this crap out and say, okay, this is what we're doing.
Yeah, no. I got up at like 7 o'clock this morning.
Did we lose Mike?
Huh?
Mike's on a bio break or something like that.
But he wrote. So Bill Slavichek wrote an adventure campaign way back in the day between and it was like the hunt for rebel hero of some kind.
Close.
And so that was what Andrew was going to run originally, and then when the space between this game and the future game, our future game, opened up unexpectedly, he's like, well, maybe I'll just run a prequel. So he is writing as we speak a before never played game featuring the rebel hero, the Old Republic hero that we are looking for in the hunt for the Republic hero. But one of our guests is going to, like I said, is going to be Keith Capel, who writes for Final Fantasy.
That's cool.
Yeah, and he's going to play the Old Republic
fantasy
fight. I'm
Final
sorry.
Fantasy's a bit different.
Yes, it is. So he's going to play the Old Republic hero.
That's cool.
And we're going to play in the Old Republic era during the Clone Wars and see how he becomes the Old Republic hero, and then we'll find him in the second game.
Nice.
It's been a rough day.
I know, it's okay. It's okay.
All this raw meat's really going to my head.
We're still doing the things. Okay.
Yes.
We got to make sure. Can someone type into the chat, or can you type into the chat the link to that so that people have that?
Yes, I can. Later? I'll do that now.
That way, anyone who's watching now can do that and watch now. Mike, are you back?
Right. Paul Fields is right. Tatooine Manhunt is the name of that adventure.
The other ad or blurb I'll put out there is for the Living for Crits viewers tomorrow night. I'm sorry. Eric just posted, I'd kind of like to see a campaign about bloodthirsty Ewoks questing for cleaning supplies.
Who posted that?
Eric Anapolsky. We're here for the quicker picker-upper. I was going to say, for the Living for Crits viewers, those folks who've come on who watch this channel regularly, all probably 60 of you, we've got tomorrow night, hopefully less glitchy. We have our Star Wars weekend edition of Living for Crits with me and Judge Evie. We'll be talking about running Star Wars role-playing games with the best role-playing game system for running Star Wars, Dungeon Crawl Classics. All right, right here is these two cubes. This is the best way to run it. Everything else is wrong, and don't say yes to your players. Let's break every trope we're supposed to have nowadays. All right, so
and just tell them no and.
Tell them no but.
Wow.
No, but, and that could be N-O, B-U-T or a different way. Well,
or K-N-O-W-B-U-T-T, what?
Yeah, K-N-O-W-B-U-T-T. No,
you will know but.
You will know but.
If it was Deadlands, it'd be K-N-O-W-B-U-T-T-E, right?
No butte?
Yeah. It was Deadlands.
But it's pronounced butt.
But pronounced like butt.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Eric gets an XP. That's right. Terry says it right. Eric Anapolsky, you get a XP in your next Cypher System game. Whoever it is, with whatever GM it is, just screenshot this. Yeah, there you go.
Eric is one of my players, so
is he?
Keep that in mind. Yeah.
All right. So I'm just going to write it down here. Screenshot this. Eric gets XP. There you go. Screenshot it. It looks like it says Eric Sex XP maybe in the middle.
Whatever.
It doesn't. My handwriting's terrible. Either Eric gets it or Eric Sex XP. Either way, I don't know what kind of game you're playing with Will. What kind of game is that, Will?
Star Wars, actually.
There you go. So he gets. I don't know. Is it Edge of the Empire?
Age of Rebellion.
Same thing.
Well, I know, but it's a
bunch of dice that make no sense and have colors. All right.
I was gonna say, if it was Star Trek, it could be blue alien sex. I mean, then you expect that.
Star Wars, it's blue alien milk.
There you go.
All right, let's keep going up this mountain. Someone roll me a D7 for the next encounter while Kyle Katarn cooks in his own juices with wings.
4.
One we haven't had yet. Okay.
Who else's juices would Kyle Katarn cook in?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Rose from Titanic. What did I just say?
That's true.
All right. As you ascend, you are now onto the black metal of the Death Star, or more like dark gray. It was more like a dark gray giant battle station, and it is a warm, uncomfortable feeling as you move up, kind of like the way the HWK 290 craft had that feeling of being still powered up when you're on top of it. Even though this is a shard of the Death Star and it looks like it's like broken and battered, you can feel as your like little tiny paws step on top of it, you can feel humming from below your feet. Okay. And you're a bit of a climb right now. So you're not fully, it's like a 30-degree angle or whatnot. So you're having to really work your way to get up this, unless you're on the ATRT, which is slow going because it's a bit of slippage. In fact, you know what? For slippage, let's say who's driving it?
Fug.
Fug needs to make a piloting roll because this is really hard to drag and climb up a very sheer surface. The difficulty 3.
Rolled a 19.
It is not hard.
Minor effect.
In fact, you're like singing in the rain going up this thing. You're like, going up sideways. You go back down a little bit.
Dub.
So you have no problem. Just take all my flavor text and just dump it in a trash compactor. Okay. You're making your way up. But yeah, there is a lot of weird vibration coming from the ground below you, and there's heat and warmth coming up. And every so many feet, you see that there's steam coming out. You're climbing for a full hour until you get to a weird situation. You come to a point where there is this giant shard of the shard that's been peeled back and is venting something uphill. Okay. So imagine, if you will, like one big section of metal about 50 feet wide and a full-on 100 feet high has been peeled and like ripped back. And out of that, this green glowing like wind and blast is coming out of that and hitting everything beyond. Like you can't to move around because this is about 1,000 feet wide where you're walking up, but this thing is fanning out. So like there's no way for you to get around this blast of green glowing mist that's hitting probably the next mile of terrain right now.
Manu Tutu. Scratching my head.
Jeff, that was a perfectly timed Manu Tutu. Please take an XP.
How close is this to the edge of the top edge?
So you have a distance of, so you know what? I think it's time for a really well-drawn map.
Why start now?
Could we just take Akbar and like just stick like his foot in it and see what happens to him?
You sure can.
Well, I was thinking like maybe just make a sail or something and toss him into that, and it'll blow him up to the edge of the volcano.
All right, so if this is like the big shard going up, and here's the point you have to go to, and you're going to go up here. This is like the giant section that's broken off, and it's fanning out blast that's affecting like a full mile. Let's say it's like 3 miles to get to the top. It's blasting a full mile in this spread. So if there was a way to fly around it or jump over it, you would be out of the area of effect. You don't know what the area of effect is. It could not bother you at all. Maybe some mild irritant.
Is this scab that's being peeled off the side is too big for the AT-AT or ATST to like just walk on it and push it down with its weight?
So you can try it. It's 50 feet wide and 100 feet high. It looks to be about 4 or 5 feet thick.
Oh, okay. That might not even be worth trying then.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to bend that very much.
No.
If only there was a spaceship somewhere that we could commandeer.
Except for radiation.
You guys can go back.
We can't fix that shit.
It's
I mean, I'm
radiation.
immune to radiation now, right? It just made me stronger.
You don't know that. It just makes you stronger.
I venture forth into
Hulk.
the green fog.
Plus, it's going to smell like a rotisserie.
Burpan, you're going into the fog?
Burpan is venturing into the fog.
Shoot. All right, Burpan, you walk into radioactive fog. The Mutant Talk Classics book is out. Give me a roll of D100, sir.
I got a 39.
Okay. All right. So the downside is this fog does not give you anything good.
Oh, no.
So you are getting a defect.
Okay.
So you gain diminished sense. Roll a D100 plus 3.
12, 13, 14, 15.
All right, 15 on diminished sense. So you walk into this thing, and all of a sudden, What was your result?
13. No.
All right, 13.
Right,
Your nose is ruined. Your olfactory senses are no longer the best. You now suffer a +1. Your difficulty is 1 step higher to anything requiring your nose.
All right.
Are you going to stay in this stunk?
Well, I mean, we have to keep going up the hill, right? So
are you going to march through a mile of this?
I mean, something eventually good will happen, right? I mean, it just has to.
Sorry, I knocked my speaker over. If y'all heard a loud thump. Greg Schwarzkopf says this is turning into a 0-level funnel. It is.
Am I able to look down into the fissure and like?
Yes, if you want to stand there and look down, absolutely. You can see all these knobs and tubes, and there is a gap down there, and the gap down in there looks like the spray is coming out above it. If you dropped into this gap, you would be beneath the spray.
I'm doing it.
All right, so you jump down. Give me a difficulty 3 roll for like either jumping or tumbling. If you're going to hit the ground, it's a good 15-foot drop to see if you don't take any damage from this.
Okay. I don't think I have anything that matters for that. Am I able to do
effort? Yes, you can. You can spend either 3 points of speed or might, your choice, whatever is better for you.
I'll do 3 points of speed.
One is to tumble out. One is just to take the pain.
Okay, 3 points of speed, but I have edge 1 for that.
So it costs you 2.
Okay. Ooh. And I roll a 4. I'm re-rolling that with an XP. If that's
all right.
That's a 7 this time.
No.
So 7 plus.
Wait, you spent a point of effort. You're going to be a difficulty of 2 then. So you made it.
Oh, perfect.
You're fine. On the reroll, you're fine. So you drop down, you take no damage, and you are in this compartment. It's about 20 feet wide and 20 feet long. And there are doorways and access points that look all like brittle and crusted over like they've been weathered. But there is a structure down here that you can move through, including one that looks like it's on the same path you were traveling down if you want to travel below inside the superstructure of this thing.
So I yell, oh, ooh. So, haha. I had written on my sheet yet another piece of equipment that I was going to ask about. A terrible sounding whistle that's very loud but horrifically sounding.
You have it.
Cousin Woograk's jaw.
You have it.
All right. So I blow it really hard, hoping to basically sound the all clear to my friends here to come on down.
The rest of you hear a loud, annoying whistle from Burpan.
Oh no, Burpan's dead. We'll have to move on.
But we need his body for the meat.
All right, Burpan's dead. We've got dinner.
Full of ciphers.
This is definitely the all clear whistle.
Okay.
Is it?
Not
we
the
know.
I'm dead whistle. The I'm dead whistle is more of a.
Hey Jim, how wide did you say that opening was? That's spewing this noxious gas.
It's about 10 feet wide, and it's 50 feet wide by 10 feet.
50 or 15?
50.
Oh, darn it.
So the problem is going to be we're going to have to leave our equipment.
He had to jump into it. Yeah, you're going to have to leave your equipment and drag your squid with you.
But it's clear down here, so.
Yeah, you could yell back and forth and have a conversation. There's also no way to get through it without hitting the mutating juices, it looks like. Unless you have some.
I fit?
Can you fit? Yes, you can fit.
All right, can I try something real quick before everybody dives down in there?
Whatever you want, sir. It's a role-playing game. That's how
All
they
right.
work.
So I'm going to reach into a pouch. I'm going to grab my cousin's lung. And it's been stewing for quite a while, so it's all maggoty and buggy. And I'm just gonna rip that thing open. So it's a Cypher. It's a level 5 force screen projector, and it's all these flies come out. This swarm of flies that will block a 10 by 10 square.
Okay.
So what I want to do is I want to try to position this swarm of flies over this spray of stuff and see if I can at least reduce it enough to where we could make it up the side. It won't completely block it, but at least, maybe cut it in half or something.
You can block enough that you guys could it can block it so you can go into the area below without facing any of this blast.
Okay.
The blast still hits far enough that, I mean, there's no way to go around it per se. You can just safely enter into the depths of the Death Star.
I don't want to leave Meki.
Well, he'll be parked here when we get back.
That's true. Okay.
It's not like anyone's going to come take it. Take the keys out.
All right. Take the keys out.
There are keys with a lucky Minoc foot on them.
Yeah. All right, so we'll have to leave the speeder bike here too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'll grab Akbar.
Actually, I'm not gonna speak for Tarf, but now that he's 6 foot tall, he might be the best.
I was gonna say I'll at least help you with him.
Okay.
I mean, he's like a giant bear now.
Yeah. So many ways.
So I like the idea that he doubled in size, but like the surface area of his fur stayed exactly the same.
That's what
So he has like fur shorts now. And like his legs are hairless.
It's all splotchy.
You know, his shins and his forearms are completely hairless now.
Shorts and a belly shirt.
Yeah.
Is everyone descending down into this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You all go down. You're in a 20 foot by 20 foot chamber. There are doorways on all 4 walls, north, south, east, and west. We're freaking in like Ultima now, circa 1987, right? And you can move like 1 10-foot square at a time down the hallway or whatever crap like that. There is a doorway that does look it leads to up the spire if you want to go that direction.
Seems like the way to go.
You guys have any light sources?
I have a flashlight, actually. Or no, I have night vision. That's what it is.
At this point, Dubber Yub takes out the eyes of the previous chief before Chief Scrugg and puts his eyeballs like over her eyeballs so that they're kind of like monocles and has dark vision.
You have to squint and hold it in with your
Yeah, it's kind of weird for the first couple minutes. Then you forget, so you get the headache.
Are you leading the charge here?
I suppose I am then.
Okay,
I'll take up the rear with Akbar. I actually put in my equipment night vision goggles that I assumed that he stole from like a stormtrooper or something.
You have him.
Sure.
Does the stormtrooper helmet give like night vision?
It sure does.
Oh, I got one of those.
But it's just crappy. Wait, but how are you putting that back on? Aren't you giant? Oh, I'm sorry. That was Mike. Come on.
But it's very slippery inside, so you gotta watch out.
Spins.
That Akbar ink like stains. You're never getting that out of your fur.
It smells bad.
It smells awful.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about. You don't smell bad at all. You're fine. I smelled nothing.
All right. So
how long does the 4-screen projection last?
An hour.
Okay. So I can't attack any of you guys with stuff actually hitting you like as a GM intrusion. That wouldn't be fair. All right, so you guys start moving your way through the interior structure of the Death Star. Someone roll me a D7.
I got it.
Yes, Jeff's turn.
4.
You had a 4. Roll again.
5.
5. Okay.
Alcatron's crash chip inside.
I'm back. Right. So you continue to move your way in this, and it's mostly like access hallways and panels, and it's very much like it definitely has less of a feel of Star Wars, and we're full on feeling like you're on like the Nostromo and Alien, and there's steam coming out of here and there, and like iris opening like portals to the left and right of you that are malfunction. And there's a weird like vibration hums even stronger down here. And you work your way through this for about a mile until you get to what you think is a dead end. And you then look to your right, and there is a cracked opening to the right that is just large enough to get through. But as WW, you start to even move towards it. The droid that I've been showing with the hat, but a version without the hat, just kind of like wheels up to the side and looks at you and like whirls and whistles. Like,
so
it's in front of the Fisher?
Yes, it's blocking the path for you guys to continue.
And the fissure goes off to another area. It's not just like air and then
outside.
Yeah, I think the most important I can do here is draw a map.
Okay.
Of course. I was thinking it was a fissure to the outside. You should shove
That's
the
what I
droid
thought.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly what I was thinking.
See ya.
And possibly, just
All
So
right.
James,
You guys kind of came down this hallway, like, and you get to a doorway, but the doorway's not working. All right. But there's a broken opening here. Okay. And then off to the opening, there is a droid that's there. Right. Where's the droid? He's like right there. And
he's nice.
He's looking at you guys. All right.
So James,
Yes.
I by my accounting, I have more than 4 XP.
Okay.
So there is an explorer ability that is called Decipher, and it works for the written word. But I'd like to buy it and use it for like tongues from.
Sure.
All right. So Dubber Yub during the shortly after the attack, the battle on Endor, the moon on Endor, slipped off planet and was a stowaway on one of the rebellion ships and spent some time abroad before she was discovered and brought back.
Why would you ever come back?
I was deported.
You hid inside did you hide inside a hollow R2 unit and try to pretend to be one?
Yeah. She also speaks Jawa, so sometimes you hear her saying Utini instead of Yub Yub. It's very confusing. So for the cost of 1 intellect, which I actually have to spend because I don't have an edge. I will attempt to listen to this droid for a little bit longer and see if I can figure out what it's trying to tell us.
Okay, you spend a few minutes listening to the droid, and you fully understand what R2TB is saying. Okay.
R2TB.
Yes, like tuberculosis.
Okay.
R2TB is a medical droid, but since he's on the Death Star, he's like the opposite of a medical droid. He's like a plague droid. Okay, and his whole job is this level. He's an exterminator. He would move around down on this level and then spray out noxious chemicals to kill like womp rats and things that would get on board the Death Star. Okay. All he's trying to do right now is scan you all to see if you guys are womp rats, and he's pretty sure you are, but he's having a hard time spraying you down with the spray, and he's trying to access that ability right now, but in a very friendly manner.
Okay, well, so I'm a kind Ewok, so I'm going to talk to him because so I let him know that we are not Might Nox or any other kind of vermin, that we are indigenous creatures and endangered, and so that he should not try to kill us because that would be against the Geneva Convention. So I'm going to make a.
And I suggest you gesture wildly towards the stormtrooper we have with us.
All right, so yes. All right, so R2TB is a by nature is a difficulty 3 to deal with. I'm from 4 to deal with him. I'm going to drop it to a 3 for the stormtrooper gesturing by Burpan, which makes sense because that makes sense. However, with the inclusion of the words Geneva Convention, which comes from an alternate universe or something, that puts it back to a 4. And you're at difficulty 4 unless you want to spend effort or use their abilities here.
I'm going to go ahead and spend some intellect effort.
Okay.
So that leaves me there. And I rolled a 10.
All right. So you dropped it to a 3. A 10 succeeded. And okay, so R2TB believes you are not Minox or Womp Rats, and but still kind of blocking your path a bit. And he just kind of like just starts running other diagnostics and moving back and forth and whatnot.
I ask him to move politely. Or actually, I have the stormtrooper tell him to move because he should be able to understand.
Stormtrooper, Will, are you doing this?
Yeah.
Do you speak basic?
I speak spear.
Okay. So how are you doing this? I hear lightning.
Gonna dunking on the side of him. Dunk.
All right, give me a roll for persuasion.
All right, I have intimidate.
Okay, you can intimidate a droid. Go for it.
Intimidate a droid. I rolled an 18, so level 6, level 7.
Terry Willett says Geneva Convention hasn't happened yet, much less anywhere locally. Same universe, different galaxy. This is a different universe. This is a parallel universe where, you know, Kyle Katarn is dying of irradiation with wings and Kate Winslet. All right, so
I mean, if you're going to die, that's the way to go.
Yeah, kind of a mixed bag.
What was the roll there?
I got a level 7.
Level 7. Holy crap, man! All right, the droid just turns around, like down the hallway. R2TB is not here.
All right.
Was it the hallway past us or the hallway the direction we're going?
Direction you're going.
All right, then I'm going to run after him real quick and climb up on top.
On top of R2TB?
Yeah, I've gotten used to this riding equipment around things. So.
You run down, jump onto R2TB, and he actually leads you to a giant opening in the sky where you can see you're now more than a mile up the spire. All right. And you can see open, like gray skies above.
We're almost there.
How high up is it?
Well, when you guys, you can easily climb out. Like not even a roll required.
Cool.
So you step out onto the spire. You look back and you see the steam is mitigated. It's like kind of like not mitigated. What's it called? Dispersed and whatnot. And then ahead of you, you see the point of the spire and a giant X that says "Go here" in the sky. Okay. And you can see and smell the lava roiling below, and you realize you're here. You're at the point of the sacrifice.
Let's chuck the squid in before anything else happens.
Yeah.
No, nobody said he needs to be untied. So
yeah. I want to take a little nibble of him first, though, something to remember him by.
We each bite off a toe.
Okay. Yeah.
There we go.
It's a team building exercise.
But we're going to take part of him back to our village with us.
This is 100% canon. I expect to see these characters in Rise of the Skywalker. You know, actually, Terry, we've only licensed the rights to Fug the Fugly.
That's why we had to kill off Wicket and Akbar.
Oh my gosh!
So one bite to we're giving.
Wait, who's biting him? Jeff, you're breaking up.
Yeah, Jeff turned his mic off.
Now you're good. Now you're good.
So someone mentioned that we're each taking a bite of the squid before we check them in.
Yes.
So who said that?
Who's all taking a bite?
But I'm getting in on that.
All right. So one bite.
The reason we bite is to get a taste of what we're about to give up in the sacrifice.
Oh, that's real spiritual.
Really all right. So once you all start biting, okay. W, you step up. Where are you biting on his body?
Well, I'm still only like 3 feet tall, so I'm gonna go for like the outer thigh.
Laying there.
He's laying there.
Yeah, we bite his outer thigh. He screams in Mon Calamari anguish, but he can't speak. Burpan, where are you biting?
I'm biting his flappy lips off because that's.
Oh no! You bite off Admiral Akbar's flappy lips. That's terrible.
Now, does it look like that's what he's doing, or is he getting intimate with the?
It looks to you all that Burpan is passionately kissing him on the mouth.
Then he comes away and his mouth's all red.
Yes, and you know what? Given that I personally have this myself and have to deal with this, and Terry just threw this at us, Burpan, GM Intrusion?
I can't say no because I'm doomed.
You have a shellfish allergy. Right.
Never before have I had shellfish, so I would not know this yet.
Your face and own lips start to blow up. And you are going to be a minus. It's +1 difficulty to all actions requiring your mouth for the rest of the game.
Okay. +1 difficulty.
Biting. Where's Fug biting, Will?
Oh gosh, I was thinking like one of those the jowly area, right?
You go right for the jowls, the fleshiest part of his neck.
Juicy.
That off. Finally, Tarf, where are you biting?
I'm gonna take his one eye that's sticking out.
All right, you reach down and you
look at his eye.
You like bite his eye, and you're like, and you tear his eye out. As you do that, you all see that there is like a greenish glow coming from Tarf's irradiated body, going into the eye hole.
Oh no!
And with that, you see that like he starts to shake and shimmy and mutate in front of you. And then you see his body is getting bigger, much like Tarf's.
Oh no!
Wait, who was this?
One stank rope breaks. Another snap as Admiral Akbar mutates in size.
Push him out! Push him out!
Up, he's now 15 feet tall, and 20 feet tall, and 25 feet tall. And from his giant, unflappy lips that have all been torn away, he's like, "I'm your trap." Everyone,
oh my gosh!
You're fighting Titanic Akbar.
I got an 18.
I got an 18 as well.
I got a 15.
Titanic Akbar is a level 6 entity.
All right, but I also have
so Dubbryub. What are you on?
I'm on. I rolled a 15, but I have speed defense. Or well, I have a danger sense, so it's a 6.
All right, so
sorry, I have to do the math out loud.
Wait, so you're on a 5. You're on a 5.
I rolled a 15, but I have danger sense.
Okay.
Which I automatically get, so it's the equivalent of a 6.
Gotcha. So you'll go ahead. Okay, so you're ahead of him. Burpan, what'd you roll?
An 18.
So you're ahead. Okay. Tarf.
Also an 18.
Man. Fug.
7.
All right. Everyone but Fug gets to act before Titanic Akbar. Lipless Titanic Akbar with no eye. All right. He's massive and he is angry. And you see your bite marks are all like bigger on him now, and they're oozing out all kinds of stuff. And since we already said that Akbar ink causes like ultra slipperiness, we have that to contend with. Dubbryub, what are you doing? You get to go first. Akbar, exactly, Terry.
I am going to apply my second dose of poison to my blade.
Okay.
And attack.
Go for it.
That's all I got.
A difficulty 6 to hit him.
It's a difficulty 6 to hit him, then I'm going to spend some might to reduce the difficulty.
Okay.
Which is almost unnecessary because I rolled a 17. But
nice. Extra point of damage.
Yep. So with that, it'll be 9.
Bam.
Oh wait, he hasn't moved yet.
So he hasn't.
So it'll be 11 plus 1. It'll be a 12.
My God! All right, you like wow. You really tear the. You get him right in like the thigh and his squiddy femoral artery, and like you are sprayed with like blue blood all over your fur, and he roars. No lives.
Well, that's why you murder. Well, that's why I took a murderer.
I know. Great fist attack. Burpan, what are you doing? You're up next.
So since he's grown, that means his giant eyeballs are even more giant, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna aim at one of his eyeballs and shoot with my bow.
Okay, it's still a difficulty 6. It's still hard to hit him. So it's
so I want to spend effort, as much effort as I can, both for the hit roll and damage.
Level of effort. So you got to pick to hit or damage. For this, I would go.
Okay. I'm gonna roll to hit. Yeah, I'll spend effort to hit. So I spend how many of that?
Minus your edge, so 2 points of speed, and you need to roll 15 or higher. He is like it's not just hard to hit him, it's hard to penetrate like the skin. His skin is like an armor.
Okay.
What'd you do? What'd you roll? Is he there? Is he frozen?
I think he froze.
Oh no, he froze!
What happened to
he's back.
Am I back?
for you.
All right, I rolled a 9, but I want to use an XP to reroll.
Sure.
That sucks.
What'd you roll now?
A 9.
All right, so no, nothing happens. You fire arrow, it flies off in the distance. He bats it away with his giant floppy hand. Tarf, it's up to you. Your turn.
What is using a Cypher an action?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then I am going to. So Tarf's been wearing this big, like, fleshy backpack-looking thing. He's gonna like maybe there's like a ripcord kind of thing on it. Made of stank rope, obviously, and he yanks it, and 2 giant wings unfurl from his back, and he's gonna take to the air.
All right, listen, since attacking from above anything in Star Wars universe, you have a plus, you reduce the difficulty by 2, okay? So long as you attack from above and scream out like you and McGregor, I have the high ground. If you do it,
Oh, I'm going to make it even better than that when I can attack, but I guess I can't do that this turn, right?
not yet, no.
Right.
No, but in your turn,
that translates to, Mananachu.
no, he has to say I have the high ground. It has to be said in basic. All right,
Oh, I see.
his turn. All right, Yub, you hit him. He sees you. And where did you bite him before? On the thigh or whatever?
The thigh, yeah. So I actually like stabbed in the same area, like really like get that wound.
Major anger against you. It's a difficulty 6 to dodge his giant fist.
Flubbery tentacle fist.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and spend to reduce that difficulty. I also have speed defense, so it'll be reduced by 2.
Okay.
I'm going to be going ahead and spending that XP that I got. Dang. 13.
13 does not beat a difficulty 6, but you by 4.
Reduced by 2.
All right. So yes. So you dodge it. The ground thunders behind you where it hits. So fortunately for Kaiju Akbar or Titanic Kaiju Akbar, he has 2 actions. His second action is he let's see, who was he going to pick? Who else attacked him here? That was Tarf. Did you attack?
Tried to
You're on wings. Tarf's on wings. Tarf, he vomits green just puke in your direction. Make a might defense roll. Difficulty 4.
Okay. All right, let's say 14. Let me make sure I don't have anything to modify that. You said it was a might defense, right?
Yes.
Okay, it was a 14.
All right, roll a D100. You fail. Well, you made it. You're right. Come on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I never know if I fail.
He hits behind you. You're fine. You dodge it too. So his 2 attacks are a slam fist and puke. Akbar puke. All right, his actions are done. We're gonna get a Fug. Fug.
Okay. So I had taken Fug had taken off his stormtrooper helmet to take a jowly bite earlier. So he's just going to throw his spear aside and run up there and try to climb up the leg of Akbar and bite him right in the hurdy bits.
Okay, 30 bit fighting. The rest of you, something different's happening.
Level of effort to damage. I roll a what is that? A 16.
Did you roll a level of effort to attack or to damage? Because he's difficulty 6 to hit him.
Yep. I'm going to spend an XP.
Okay.
I'm going to spend another XP.
Maybe you should have rolled a hit.
19.
Oh, so whatever it is, plus 3 damage, plus another 3 damage for the hurdy bit biting.
So 6, 8, 12.
12.
Nice.
Man, he is really hurt here.
Splurting for certain.
I know. So you do 12 points of damage to him, just biting him where he shouldn't be bitten.
And you sink your teeth in. I'm
Yeah.
yelling, oh,
bad
show.
bad shape. It's me, Yub's turn. Yub.
All right, so everybody is actually physically in contact with Akbar, correct?
Arrows. Burpan's firing arrows.
Burpan
Burpan
is
is
flying.
So
And Mike
Fug's the only one who's actually on top of him.
Yes.
I'm
And we're
more
not doing
underneath
phrasing.
of him.
Underneath him. Yeah, we're not doing phrasing. I'm sorry, man. All right. I'm not going to do the thing I thought I was going to do because I don't want to take out Pug.
Do it.
No, do it.
All right.
Do it.
So,
Do it.
so Dubber takes out this, what appears to be like a gallbladder and throws it. It's a shrapnel grenade filled with the teeth of her previous meals.
Ew.
It does 5 points of damage and 2 splash.
Oh.
So he throws it at Akbar.
So make your attack roll. I'll say the difficulty 4 to hit him with that because it's really easy to hit. With
All right,
area.
I got a 16.
Oh, you got him. Damage.
So it'll be 5.
All right, so Fug takes 5 damage also. 5 might.
Well,
She
unless you
said
want to
2
give him
splash.
splash. I mean, can I hit it? Can I hit Akbar like in the chest and then Fug only takes the splash? Or is it
No,
because
you hit for a full 5 damage
Okay.
on Fug.
Sorry, man.
That's good.
All right. That was Dubber Yub. So you've blasted him with the spleen bag. All right, Burpan.
Going for another shot with the arrow. Effort to hit.
Effort to hit. So it's a difficulty of 5 for you. 15 or higher.
I rolled a 16.
You hit him with the arrow. How much damage is that?
The arrow is 4.
4 damage. He is really hurt here, but he still has a lot of rage in him. Charf, you are flapping around, flying above.
All right. So, of course, Duel of the Fates starts playing.
Yes.
And he reaches inside his robes and pulls out this busted up old lightsaber. Let's see if this works.
Do you have one?
Oh, it didn't work.
Oh, do you have a lightsaber?
I just had a sound effect. And he is going to scream, "I have the high ground," and go into like a dive and try and like maybe rake the lightsaber like across the eye, like the one remaining eye of Akbar to blind him. And
Right, so coolness factor alone, I'm dropping the difficulty to hit him into a 5. So that's a 15 or higher to hit him.
well, my time dilation I think drops it 2 more steps.
It does 2 or 3.
Oh, jeez.
And you said if I had the high ground that it also drops.
It's a 1. You already did a 3 or
all you
higher.
have to do is not fail to roll a 3 or better.
All right, I rolled a 14.
All right. How much damage is that?
I think it's 7. Yes, 7 points of damage for the lightsaber.
You get him across the eye. And
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 8 because of my shock ability adds +1 to
you
any of my.
shockingly electrocute your lightsaber across his eye. His eye explodes and just gushes everywhere with blue blood. Giant kaiju Akbar, Titanic Akbar, falls to his knees and then slumps forward as his skull bits are all over the place and he is dead.
Oh
No, he can't be dead.
Yeah.
No, we have to throw him into the volcano while he's alive. I quick make a heal check.
Are you gonna heal Akbar?
Just 1 point, so he's alive when we push him in. He has to be alive.
How
Right
does
now.
time dilation work? Could he have like done that, but still, like you killed him after we threw him in the volcano? Is that like a
He
paradox?
looks really dead right now.
Damn it!
Your lightsaber.
Hey, I was just trying to get the eye. I wasn't trying to cut into his brain.
Yeah, but you missed and cut everything. He had 6 points of health left.
Yeah.
All right, so no, really. So I'm going to make a heal check. I'll try to heal him 1 point.
Okay.
Help!
I
get
rolled
this
an
thing off
11,
of
which
me.
is enough to heal him 1 point.
All right. He gets 1 point. It's his turn. And Dubber Yub, go ahead and make a speed defense roll.
18.
Okay. He grabs you. He is holding on to you. He tries to throw you off the spire, but is just holding you right now.
All right.
Is he somewhere near the edge?
Yes.
Of course, we're all near
Could
the
4
edge.
Ewoks all jumping onto him, leap onto him, and drag him down with them into the lava? If we wanted to, like,
It's
That's
your,
what I'm thinking.
it's your turn next.
yeah, I'm gonna do my part. I'm gonna try to. I'm hoping we can. Is there like some sort of a group action thing that we can do if other people decide to help?
So you and Tark get to go before he goes again.
Did Will ever get to go?
I go last because I had a terrible initiative.
Yeah. I made a heal check.
Okay.
So that he'd be alive when we sacrificed him.
So I'm gonna try to grab one of his tentacles.
Okay.
And just jump over and use my weight, which isn't very much, but
I'll say it's a difficulty 4. It's difficulty 4 to do this. So go ahead.
I want to spend effort.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's might.
Yep. That's
and
a difficulty 3 now. 3 points of might. Roll a 9 or higher.
Okay. I am spending an XP to reroll. There, 19.
Yes.
You get with a minor effect, you get him and you start pulling him over the edge. He's got W in one hand. He slides backwards and his body goes off the spire as Tarf is flapping around watching and Fug gazes in the distance. The body holding W and Burpan's on top falls a full mile until it hits the lava of the Death Star below.
Are we able to try to escape? I mean,
I could attempt a midair rescue of one of them, right?
You can pick one. You get to pick one.
Fight for my love.
Oh, you're the best. I got you out of that helmet, man. Now you.
Oh no, he was talking about Burpan.
Oh.
Here, I'm just gonna roll. I'm gonna roll a D4 to decide, or D2. Is there a D2?
There's not. It doesn't make any sense.
All right, Yub, I'm coming for you.
This is the greatest Star Wars story ever. This should be a movie.
So if I have no idea what I'm rolling, but I'm going to spend effort to do it.
Do it. Make a roll and spend effort. I don't know what you're rolling either.
I want to go ahead and go ahead and also spend effort to free myself.
Maybe
so that when my love comes for me, I'm ready.
Maybe you should drink as much of his blood as possible to see if you could mutate.
I grow bigger, so I can't carry you.
Yeah, don't grow big.
So I rolled a 16.
All right, who did you grab?
Yub.
You grab Yub and try flying off with her. Make a might roll to see if you're strong enough to carry her away.
Yeah, I like the idea that he slices off some fingers to pull her out. I'll spend effort on this too because I can. Oh, sweet, 17.
All right, you grab Yub and you fly off as you watch Burpan ride him down like Slim Pickens.
Burpan does the cannibal Ewok version of crossing himself.
Okay.
As he doesn't even he thinks about possible ways he might be able to try to survive, but he's like, nah, I'm resigned to my doom. I'm already doomed. This is where I was headed.
Wait. You have that what does that blink thing do?
Oh
yeah. I have the blink node.
You have the blink node and you had activated it already.
Yeah.
Didn't that let you basically
it'll blink you somewhere else when you're in danger.
That's right.
So do I blink while in air or as I'm hitting the lava? How does that work?
The body falls and hits the lava, okay? And you take damage in this giant miles-wide chasm. You blink 50 feet away. And then hit the lava there.
Can this is what happens. So what happens is I hit the lava, I blink 50 feet straight up.
Okay.
And then I hit the lava again in the same spot.
Yeah.
It's like playing a Mario game.
How many times does that happen?
As you are slowly time.
I don't say.
Can I skip across I skip across like a stone until the blinking stops.
Take a D20. Roll a 17 or higher. You know what? No, screw that. Roll 3d6.
3d6?
Yeah.
All right.
I like the idea of you blinking just enough to catch.
Like skipping a stone.
Roll 3d6.
11.
That's now your luck score. Make a luck roll.
D20. Yeah.
I rolled a 9.
Oh, you did it! Just slip across the lava.
But your burnt up body, you're just like Anakin at the edge of the lava flow.
So I get to the end. I'm at the edge.
You're doomed. When you get to the other side, you're right in front of the crashed HWK 290. At this point, Kate Winslet has it broken out of it with tentacles and spears coming out of her face and like a giant spider. And Spider Kate Winslet kills you.
But before she does, I have a brief moment to realize that I'm safe and to like breathe out like in relief, and then she kills me from behind before I know it's going.
So I do Kate Winslet, Spider Kate, she kills you. However, that you have completed the prophecy or whatever crap this is, you guys see that as like, you know, obviously I've already pulled this off on another podcast or another YouTube thing, so I can't do the thumb again. But you know, obviously as Admiral Akbar goes down, his thumb goes up when he goes down, because that anytime lava, that has to happen, right? But as he melts, the lava begins to like solidify, and the sun comes out, and new trees begin to grow from the ground.
Oh, and it's beautiful from above.
It's a beautiful shot of you see is the entire world is hit with rainbows and sunshine, and then forestation kind of grows and takes over the Death Star bits.
So it's like the Moana scene at the end.
It is totes Moana.
And in the serenity and the sunrise, the rays of the sunrise are coming down on Burpan's dead body.
He resurrects.
After a few moments, a bongo yak's bladder that was in his pack heats up in the sun, releases, and a tent unfolds on top of him.
The camera pans out on the whole scene as you guys land on top of the spire and look out on your new world of Endor that has been healed, but because of the mutations and craziness, it now only has one rightful queen, and her name is Kate Winslet, who now rules over Endor with a bloody, like blood
iron spider fist.
And scene. That's it.
Yay!
Yeah.
That's epic death ever.
Jub nub.
Tell me. Thank you all for playing.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was awesome.
That was his Star Wars vet. I want to give a special thanks to everyone who watched today, especially like Terry and Greg and folks that were in the live chat the whole time tossing us great ideas. We love the ideas. Did you, Monica, did you toss in the link somewhere for the next event?
I did. I'll add it again. It is over on Twitch. It's under Marlowe House, which is all one word, MARLOWE.
Is there a link somewhere? You're putting a link in. I'm
going to put it up again. The first game that we're going to probably reconvene about 1 o'clock or so, because I need to go eat some food. And then we will play, I asked Andrew, it's going to be called Ghost of the Blue Harvest. And that will run from approximately 1 to about 3:30, 3 o'clock or so. It will be kind of short. And that will also be online just like this, but it will be at Twitch. And then the other game will start at approximately 4 o'clock, and that will be Tatooine Manhunt. And then we will co-host, or we will restream the last game on the same Twitch channel. So that information will be available there. But I did share the link again, I hope. And if you are not friends with us on Facebook, I will share it over on Jim's link too.
Cool. All right. So, thank you all, and please continue the viewing. Have a happy May the 4th. If you, as I always say, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, and please share. And
we will also be taking comments from the forum. Our forum plays up on the screen, so you'll be able to see what other people are saying, and it will become part of the feed. So we will also be taking GM Intrusion recommendations and stuff like that. We're also very engaged with our forum, so it'll be a lot of fun.
My GM Intrusion is Fug shows up at the next game.
Awesome. Oh, yeah. Well, thank you so much for running the game, Jim.
No, thanks, guys. Everyone have a great day, and happy May the 4th.
May the 4th be with you.
Thanks for having me.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.